What's good? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And this is the Cypher.
Hip hop, man. I said hip hop. That community is just crazy. That the things that we were able to see and experience because of this thing called rap and hip hop.
I mean, if you take those lyrics and you pull them away from the music and you put them up on the wall, so someone had to look at them, they would say, "This is genius."
Hey yo. Hey yo. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Hey yo. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Hey, check my mic. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo, Jermaine. We gotta talk, baby. Hey yo, we gotta talk, baby. Sorry if I'm loud. I'm a little. Bro. My good brothers. My good sisters. I told y'all, man. I told y'all. Man. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, if it's any J. Cole fans in here, outside of my good friend Jeff that bought the vinyl, shout out to Jeff, man. Put some W's in the chat for Jeff. I know y'all don't know who Jeff is, but Jeff is the individual that bought the vinyl today. So shout out to Jeff. Good guy. Good conversation. Good level of respect that I got, from a real J. Cole fan, possibly a J. Cole stan. He was just honest about it, man. He rocked with what he got from the album, from J. Cole, his totality, hip hop first, all of that good stuff. Shout out to Jeff, man. But for the rest of you niggas, boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, look, man. Look, let me get my chill right, man. I was supposed to stream last night. Well, I wouldn't. Normally we stream on Saturdays, but it was my son's birthday Friday. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Let me see if I can get that right for y'all. Get that on multi-track. Hold on. Okay, let's try that again. The quality, y'all, on the stream or the sound quality of the sound bite. Okay, so let me pull it up so I can check and see what's going on before we get started. Cause boy, boom, boom, boom. I told bruh. I told niggas, bro. I really did. However, this isn't about me. This is about Jermaine Cole. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh this real quick. Man, I don't. You say it's better. I don't know why I keep doing that, bro. I really don't. It's pissing me off. Hold on. Let me make myself a little smaller real quick, just for the right now. Okay, that way we can kind of work around this real quick. And let me see if I can put a J. Cole picture up real quick. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me put up a J. Cole picture. So the video of me won't be as big of an issue. Hold on. I know what we can do. I can add a file real quick. I can add a file really quickly. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. But what's good, everybody? I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to Moni. Shout out to Koala. I'm gonna go through and do a real quick. Yeah, I like that. I like that right there. I like that. Give me 1 second. I think my wife just called me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm straight. It was showing a blur on the computer. But I'm straight. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I didn't see the whole thong thing. I didn't see that. So I can't really speak on the thong stuff. I do have a video. We'll dive into that, but like more so as of this moment. We might get 2 streams today. We kind of gotta split it up. I don't like that. Let me see. Hold on. Nope. Okay. We can do that. But 2 streams. One will be the one we're doing right now. And this will be about 2 hours. And then I'm gonna take my son to practice. And then we're gonna come back and cover the interview with not Cameron, but Carmelo and them. Right now, we're gonna kind of go through the one from between him and Cameron. The last stream was kind of discussing a couple of the clips from the Nadeska interview. So we're gonna slow walk this dog. Like I see everybody else. Shout out to Moni, Jalopy, Screw, the Culture United crew. Everybody has been given multiple streams, multiple. Shout out to JV from the Ville too. Like I said, shout out to Koala. Even shout out to the crew as well. Everybody has been given multiple entries. I don't want to just throw all of mine in one stream and try to run through it, because for one, I haven't listened to them. The only interview that I've listened to in its totality has been the one with Nadeska. And I was able to pull so much from a 10-second clip. Just one clip. I was able to pull from one clip. And there was a clip that nobody addressed. So I know there's going to be something from one of these interviews that people are ignoring that is going to be a pivotal part in us understanding what exactly J. Cole is saying under the word salad. The word salad part is a lot of deflection, or just a lot of like which I say jutsu and all of the other shit. It was just a whole bunch of magic trick shit. And then you'll watch him answer a question on one interview, and then he'll answer that same question on another interview. And it almost feel like those 2 answers are multiple sides of the whole version of the truth he wants to tell, or the actual truth, or a version of the truth that frightens him to let get out, if that makes sense. It's like it's a lot of interesting shit, bro. It's a lot of interesting shit, bro. We already knew that Joe was gonna be Joe's content man, so he's gonna hop on the content. Let me see. My executive producer downstairs said that I'm cool to come back up full screen. I'm out of focus though. Hold on. Okay. We in focus, I think. Okay. So we back. Okay. First things first, shout out to all of my fellow content creators. Shout out to Koala. Shout out to Moni. Shout out to any of the other content creators who are in the building. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Spiritual John. Shout out to Midas, Marcus Anderson, Tiffany, Irene. I ain't gonna be able to get everybody, but I'm gonna try to get some of y'all. Simply J. Is that Choking on Ashes? Shout out to Miss Bynum, Danielle, Tasha, Lorena, Demetrius. Let me see. It's been a minute. TWDC Bree, Cisa, JR, Radically Retro. I'm just scrolling. Pepper, Down in Dixie. What's good? Love Child. Dre. Meet the members. Mystic. Tiffany. Who else? Let me see. Darkman, 29 Capri. Tamila. Traffic. Nisa, Retha. Damn, bro. Mr. Doom, what's good? Nubia. Is that your mammy ain't shit? Poison Ivy, Mariposa, Megatron, Judy. What's good, Judy? First super chat of the day. Shout out to Nisa. Skip came in blazing, guns blazing, I guess. Peace to everybody except for Wishy Washy J Foldem. Shout out to Demetrius with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Nisa with the 25. As soon as I watched Cole on Carmelo's pod, I knew this weekend's live was going to be a time. Happy Sunday, man. I'm trying to see. We're gonna skip through the cam because I know a lot of people like kind of skipped like the first 40 minutes. So Koala and Moni, if y'all in here still, let me know what's a good time to kind of get to like jump into the Cole shit. As far as the camera, like what's a good timestamp to kind of start? And anything that I miss, I'm gonna come back and clean up on the later stream. Let me see. Man, there she go. Shout out to Elaine, Leah Nicolette, Grandmaster Scrub. Shout out to Kay, Naya, Diva K, another Tiffany Frazier, Jimmy, T-Mac. She don't want to get her head down. Art of Aesthetics, what's good? Let me see. Okay. And last super chat, then we're gonna get started. Shout out to Habitual Line Stepper with the $10 super chat. I made it on time. Thank you. Somebody had to, because I didn't. I was like 10 minutes late. Oh, and shout out to Spiritual John with the $5 super sticker. Okay. Cam interview has timestamps. Let's go see. Because I had it up and I ain't see no timestamps. It was just a transcript. Okay. And you talking about the one on Revolt? Or did somebody post the timestamps? Because I don't. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Here we go. We finna get into this. And let's see. Cole confirms it. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Okay. Somebody from Revolt should have penned these. Okay, so let's see. Lawsuit, I don't care about that. Reaction to getting sued. Flea explains the lawsuit. Don't care about that. First deal, 50 Cent reaction, working with Jay, Rock Nation, transition deal, Interscope, I don't care about none of this shit. Okay, let's start right here.
It was a rumor. Did you have a scuffle with Puff before? Or is that just all rumor?
Okay. Before we get into it, because like I said, we're gonna kind of go through this a little bit. And if we got time, we'll probably go through a little bit of either the Carmelo or I'll give any opinions that I have. Because like I said, we probably gonna get 2 streams today. Because normally I know y'all get the 4 hours from Saturday, so I don't want to shortchange y'all. But the one thing that I did see, and it's connected to the Hove interview as well, is this weird transitional phase that we seem to be in from the collective higher up conscious in hip hop. Is maybe battling within hip hop is somehow now reductive or it's detrimental to this course that hip hop is on, which is insane to look at it from that perspective when it's only a part of the greater landscape of hip hop. Because it's like, how is drill music cool for the course of hip hop, but battling isn't? Like, how is drug dealer rap good for hip hop, but battling isn't? How is just drug usage rap good for hip hop, but battling isn't? Like, there are so many. How is quote unquote pussy rap good for hip hop and battling isn't? There are so many things, and I'm not saying that any, like, we absorb all of these things. Like, if you look at my wall, I probably got something that represents every element that I just said. Y'all probably can't see Dolce, but she's up there and she says she stands on, the pussy rap. I got Schoolboy Q gangbanger. I got Pusha T coke dealer, Supreme. Jid is just a regular nigga from the street. Y'all probably see Kendrick right there on it's some gang shit on GNX. Tyler is talking about wild, lustful interactions. We all know what Mr. Morale is about. More drugs with, I know y'all probably can't see it because of the glare, so let me move that one back a little bit. And y'all probably still can't see, but it's all good. That's Let God Sort Them Out, and then because of the internet, it's just some cool shit. But anyway, there are so many quote unquote, if we want to play this game, unhealthy elements to hip hop. If we want to play the game like this, and you land on battling because Drake got his ass beat, and now Kendrick is just some villain with this wild rage streak for destroying Drake, and all of hip hop thought it was cool or would be funny to join in. So now everybody is on this tirade to destroy Drake out of some like gotcha moment, which will ultimately be bad for hip hop, which is insane. The only reason I understand it, or the only reason I could understand it, is if these niggas is looking at rap like a job and they don't want to make the bosses upset, and the bosses allow certain shit, and battling to this degree is something that they don't want the bosses to look bad, like look down on them with opposite of glowing reviews. That's the only way I understand it. And then I'm looking at niggas like, oh, I thought, like, when did we stop keeping it real? And like, now I'm looking at other niggas like that who sit, like Jay, sit and rap about, I'm sitting in the middle of, I'm blurred. I'm tired of this shit. Hold on. I'm finna go straight money, or let me see. I'm gonna pull this back up. My bad, y'all. Okay, so either Jay-Z is also on wax, lying, and virtue signaling niggas to make us look from the perspective of, yeah, I'm kind of like standing as a buffer between the billionaire people who want to like tear this thing down, and y'all who want to uphold the culture. And I'm like standing in between, like not allowing them to come over and fully overtake everything. But then you had these same individuals talking in a dismissive fashion about the pillars of this thing we call hip hop, saying that something is up for commercial consumption, so now it's dead, or widespread appreciation. So you get Hov talking about, oh, well, they doing breakdancing in the Olympics, so that's dead. But it's like there are still people breakdancing in music competitions or like dancing competitions around the world. It has become a worldwide phenomenon. It's not just on cardboard boxes in Harlem and Brooklyn no more. Of course not. It's gotten worldwide. That's just like saying, okay, when Iggy Azalea dropped her first song or dropped her first hit record, that was over for female rap or women rap. Like, just think about like how stupid that is. Like, just because it got worldwide and started to become commercialized to a certain extent is dead, but Hove, you're still participating in it through commercial means. Like, let's not forget that Hove and I got I have a relative amount of respect for Jay-Z. But dog, you're performing 3 nights in a row at a stadium and you're selling tickets. You're actively participating in the commercialism or the commercialization of hip hop. But when it's not commercial, but when it's commercialized in a way that you don't see where it's a profit for you, it's bad. Is that what you're saying? Is that like I'm confused? Like, okay, of course, breakdancing is an Olympic sport now. That just means they do that on their own. Like, that's their own personal thing. That's their own personal thing in the Olympics. That's their own personal thing. Like, hip hop is still upholding and embracing breakdancing. And also, there have been a lot of other dance movements that have like evolved through the gaze or through the lens of hip hop. Like, look at the emergence of crumping. Like, look at all of these different dances. Like, even in the South, like all of these dances that have like found their way into the greater zeitgeist, as people say, of hip hop culture. Clowning, crumping, shit, downhill, nigga, the chicken head, chicken noodle soup, all of these things, all of these different dances, beef it up, whoop Rico, downhill from where I'm from in the South, they call it regulating. It's like kind of that same like competitive dance form of like a crumping. It's similar, but it's, you know, it's got its own differences. It's like a regional thing. Like, we down here earth bending, they on the West Coast fire bending or whatever the case is, but it's all like a martial art type of thing. And if I agree to a certain extent, like if something is in the hands of a certain person, it can lose its cool. But just because Jack Harlow made Neo Soul, quote unquote, don't mean Neo Soul is dead. That just means that somebody who shouldn't have access to something has access to something and they're using it. It's just like, we don't have to support that, but that don't mean throw the whole thing away. We don't throw the whole thing away. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Mary Poster. She said, Jay-Z's investment firm partnered with a Korean asset management firm in a joint $500 million venture to fund the support of global expansion of Korean culture, specifically targeting K-pop entertainment. And that's why I say I have a relative amount of respect for Hov, because it's like, my dog, like, you're gonna enrich yourself. At this point now, you basically a venture capitalist. So you're going to enrich yourself. You've made a big knowledge. You've already shown us that you're going to enrich yourself, probably above all else. And hey, that's the stance that you making. Is cool, bro. You've been talking about making money and expanding your wealth empire for 25 years. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. Like, we already saw that. We already saw that. So we understand that you're operating from that perspective, bro. But like, you don't sit here and tell me in that same vein that, yeah, bro, like, we're getting past kneeling. Like, bro, come on. Like, you can't keep bottling the culture into a way that you feel like you can make it presentable for sale to somebody else. Cause my big issue with Hov, like my first real issue as an adult with Hov, like from a critical standpoint, was his approach towards the NFL thing. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he was like rubbing shoulders with Cap. And then next thing you know, he's signing a deal with the NFL, but he used the cultural cachet that he had to like make a movement and dissuade people from consuming the NFL as a piece of content, and then use that like, look, I can control the culture. If I say a certain word, I can make them come back. But in order for that word, you know what I'm saying, for me to put that on paper, I need paper. Yeah. So it's like, you do that, and then you make this moment with the NFL, and you commodify the culture, and then you broadcast the culture to the wider, a wider array of people, but you used the culture to sell it. Like you used your standing within the culture to make the culture more of a commodity for you to sell. So it's cool when you do it, but when anybody else do it, there's an issue. You know what I'm saying? And just because he be talking all soft and innocent now, trying to sound like Maya Angelou, don't mean Hov still ain't on Hov time. It don't mean Hov still not on Hov time. Do me a favor, if y'all haven't hit the like button, if y'all are new here, hit the subscribe. We did not only do live streams, but we also do reactions, album breakdowns, all that good stuff. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. I'm well aware of the analytics. It's a lot of people who view regularly who are not subscribed. So if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, like the stream, share the stream, push it out, comment, all of that good stuff. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, just because Hov get on there and be like, just because he get on there and be talking like Maya Angelou does not mean that he's being forthright. You feel what I'm saying? Or does not mean that we should take him at his word because he sounds sincere, or not look at what he be saying with a lens of objectivity. Because it's like, hold on, Jay. Hold on, baby. Like you were just saying something's bad for the culture. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, could we survive from this? I was one of those participants. Me and Nas, we were going back and forth, and I started to say things I didn't believe in. And my mom, I love her to death. Shout out to my mom. She was like, "Baby, maybe you should take that back." And I'm like, "Fuck that." Respectfully, I'm Hov. I'm Hov. I'm Jay. I can't do that. And she was like, but for me, do it for me. And I was like, you know what? Moms, you know what? Without you, I wouldn't be here. On the Black Album, you did the intro. It was beautiful. You spoke about me. You said I gave you no pain. So my whole life, you know what I'm saying? I've just not wanted to give you pain. So if this gave you pain, I'm gonna call whoever I gotta call, get them on the phone, and I apologize, because it's all about the mothers at the end of the day. But you know what I'm saying, but not Whitney, because she's a mom too, not her, just Sandra, because her son Drake, he went through a lot, and and when you start to think about art, you know what I'm saying, like the Mona Lisa. When you start to think about the Mona Lisa, you think about the MoMA, in the Louvre, and it's like what's the price of art, and yeah, I just, I called Nas, and it was, we were like how can we make this work? And he was like, let's get Sway on the line, and we work with Sway, you feel me, and everything was that, and now we Black Republicans, yeah. Hey, but go cop the blueprint. It's magic, baby. Hold on. Hey, mute the what's the name? BJ. Yeah, like you had something planned. But real quick, let me finish this and we're gonna get started. But hold on, bro. But Hov on bullshit. Like I did all of that to say Hov on bullshit. Hov is on bullshit. Like Hov is having this weird knee-jerk reaction from the perspective of this isn't good for business. Not even necessarily. Hold on, DJ. Mute you. I'm finna mute you real quick. But not from the perspective of anything that is protective of the culture. It's just like, hey, bro, we don't want to get in a situation where the money stop flowing, or I'm in a position where I can't sell it. Like I think Hov whole thing is Hov first. And I don't like that. And I think the whole situation around Drake I just feel like that is like trying to protect a business thing. Like everybody's trying to protect Drake because one way or another, everybody has some sort of financial investment into the business of Drake. Everybody has something that's into the business of Drake, whether it be like the way that Drake operates or what Drake offers to the marketplace. Like something is financially accessible and extractable from what we know Drake to be. And that is why it feels like everybody is so tender dick around Drake. It's like, bro, y'all niggas can't stay on y'all nuts for nothing when it comes to Drake. And that shit is disgusting. You good?
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, we ain't got into nothing as far as this shit. I'm slow
Okay.
walking. I got like 2 hours. I know you don't have as long. So whatever information that you want to give to people, because I know you got to go to work. So you might, whatever the case. But I'm gonna give you the flow, say whatever you gotta say, and then we'll go from there.
But real quick, as far as the Jay-Z thing, everything you said is pretty much what I thought and felt too. It's like the business aspect of it. He's looking at it from the business side where, like you said, things are being affected because Drake isn't as lucrative as he once was in terms of people buying into the bullshit, right? But I'm just like, how can you even get on the mic and say that shit? But yet you had a part in bringing on Kendrick, performing at the Super Bowl, performing the very song that's fucking this nigga up. Like make it make sense. Like if it was that much of an issue in terms of what Kendrick did and all that other shit, why would you even put him on the stage? Because you know Kendrick will come do what he do. But that's because the dollar is bigger than the morality of the issue in terms of what you're trying to present to the public. In terms of what you're trying to present, like J. Cole is doing, presenting a certain image, but you really moving on different timing behind the scenes. You know good damn well that that was an absolute moment that could not be missed. With how big Kendrick was, how big the beef was, how big that song was, from a business perspective, it's no way you can miss that. That's a missed opportunity. Just like he said, what he said on Story OJ. He said I could have bought the house at what he said, an apartment at Dumbo.
I could have bought the house in Dumbo for like $2 million.
Yeah.
And I'm worth $25 million. So what they make me Dumbo.
You know what I'm saying? So like he missing out on no opportunity to make no fucking money, bro. So like you going through like a same scenario that Cole going like business persona versus what you actually feel and what you put into the culture and the shit that you've done in the culture. Like, don't make it seem like you just this grassroots ass. You did everything by the book, and to get where you are, nigga, you sold drugs. You are a drug dealer prior to rapping and becoming a businessman. So that means you did whatever you did by any means to get to where you are. Granted, yeah, you was able to pivot and formulate your career into something that was more manageable and lucrative, of course. Like any billionaire, you know what I'm saying, will be able to have the wherewithal to create a lane for themselves. But don't make it seem like just because Kendrick is saying what he's saying about Drake, that it's just destroying hip hop. Like stop the cap, bro. Stop it. But go ahead.
Hold on. Let me see what this guy is talking about. Shout out to Domo. Family, y'all have been worshiping Kenny for 2 years, plus every video made. Hold on, I just want to read it. Because like I say, I don't read these to give the person like, I just want to see where they're coming from. Y'all have been worshiping Kenny for 2 years, plus every video made on it by Black creators be hate videos. But anytime someone praise Kenny, they compromised. Oh, I think he's I don't think that was towards us. Like,
okay, yeah.
As I extract like talking points from what's going on. But,
okay. Yeah, I'm about to say that don't make sense.
if y'all here, hit the like button. If you hate watching, still hit the like button because somebody that like it may see it and then be able to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I was able to hype a video for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
The author finally came up. I was watching Jalopy. Shout out to Jalopy, man.
Yes.
That part 3 video, that shit. he did his thing with that shit, bro. And I was like, bro, the height option. Oh, let me see what this talking about. Height, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, bet. Say less. This what y'all be talking about. Okay.
Now this was something that I was gonna get to as well. I wish I haven't been watching stuff this week because I kind of wanted to react to it in real time, but I did see this, and I didn't say this. I didn't say this anywhere because I've been wanting to like jump on people's streams. Like I've been wanting to hit apps up like, hey, let me on your stream right now. Glasses, let me on your stream right now. Moni, let me on the stream right now. Because I couldn't stream, this week been kind of crazy. So, but this was one of the things that did kind of have me, like this concept did kind of have me feeling a little way. Like Hove did kind of go through some like a serious allegation last year. Maybe he's projecting a little of his emotion towards his own situation onto the Drake situation because I know how this feels. So I'm having a personal connection to that thing in particular. You feel what I'm saying? So that may be part of the connection towards Drake. Like it may not be the money aspect, but it may be this whole SA allegation connection that has him a little bit tender on the Drake thing. And it's like, because a lot of people coming at it like, yo, bro, like that word, like this is just a word we won't say. It's a word we won't say. And but it's like, bro, like everything. So you telling me everything that Drake said was cool? Like everything that Drake said was like above the belt? Everything, even Drake inviting that man to say this particular thing to him. He told him to say it. He was like, hey, bro, call me this. Videos resurfaced that have already been discussed in years past of Drake doing weird things. And we ain't even gonna talk about Drake. We finna get to J. Cole, but it's like, it's only due to the connection, what Hope said in the interview. But we don't know if Kendrick even broaches that statement without Drake inviting it. And then we know for a fact it doesn't happen if Drake not out here with a laundry list of things in that fashion. You feel what I'm saying? Like if certified Level Boy, certified PDF, hold on, excuse me. If certified Level Boy, appreciate it. Certified Level Boy, certified pedo gets said and Not Like Us, but there's nothing connecting Drake to that.
Yeah, it don't hold no weight.
If Drake didn't tell him to do it, and then Kendrick pay it off on Not Like Us, it probably hit, but it don't hit the same way.
But not only that, the fact that there's evidence or just like a trail or pattern of things, Drake doing things over the years, like it don't hit if there's no evidence to, to go behind this shit. Just the Millie Bobby Brown shit alone is enough. But then if you go over the laundry list of all the other young girls that he dealt with, and then of course the infamous video of him on stage, with the young woman. So it's just like he set himself up for failure, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Like you have to be able to adapt and adjust to these things, especially if they're not true. And Drake has never been able to do that. Because if anything, he just constantly makes things worse because he feels as though he is invincible. And that's what his problem is. He feels though he could never lose because, shout out to Jalopy, if we're subscribing to the narrative that, say he was presenting to us as far as like with the PR firms and his connections and different events here and different events there, all that shit makes sense to where people behind the scenes would understand and know Drake is a fucking lunatic, bro. He moves like a fucking savage behind the scenes, bro. Trying to get niggas knocked off and trying to sabotage niggas' careers and shit. Like, this is like a known track record of the shit.
Allegedly with the get people knocked off part.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, allegedly, of course.
Yeah, make sure
but I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, like, as far as like, if we're subscribing to that and really thinking about those kind of things, like, I don't feel sorry for Drake. The fuck? Why do I feel sorry for this nigga? Like,
it's no way possible. Like objectively speaking, right? And I'm gonna let you keep going because I know your time is limited, but
I'm good. It's good. We good.
Objectively speaking, there's no point in any of this, bro. Crazy enough. Let me see if I can pull it up. I just want to read the comments. I might not have kept it up, but if I can, I'm gonna pull it up. Somebody, I was looking for stuff to talk about today, and a video that Double XL posted. It was the one of the AI songs that they said Kendrick made. Dang, I don't have it no more. But anyway, so I was reading the comments because it came out around April. It was April 2024. It was before he responded with Euphoria and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So this was the day before. It was the day 7 Minute Drill drop. And they were saying in the comments were so indicative of people saying that Kendrick was going to lose.
Yeah. Yes.
So it was eye-opening for me to see like the discourse on Twitter was not in favor of Kendrick before responding. So this whole people wanted Drake to lose thing is a figment of imagination for somebody trying to redirect the narrative. They thought not only did they think Kendrick was going to lose, there was rising sentiment that he wasn't even going to respond
in enough time. Yep.
Some people were saying he wasn't going to respond, period.
Yeah.
Or they were going to say, yeah, he gonna wait till his album come out and respond then. That was like best case scenario. Worst case, bro was popping shit all this time and now he not gonna respond. And then they were saying if he did respond, it was gonna be too far and it's gonna be insignificant. Like, how was he going? Like, can he even write fast enough to go in a war of words with Drake, who's able to turn around songs in a quick time frame, i.e., charged up and back to back or whatever?
Drake and J. Cole thought the same shit. They thought that Kendrick was not gonna write nothing in enough time to respond to niggas. They both thought that shit.
Wait to get. I don't know what interview that was when he said I just wanted to do just enough. Which one was that? Was that the Cam or was that the Carmelo?
No, that was the Carmelo. The Carmelo one. The Carmelo interview is the one where he felt the most comfortable for whatever reason. I don't know. But that's the one where he really like dove into a lot of different shit. So yeah, it was definitely the Carmelo one for sure. Cause it wasn't the Deska, I tell you that. Cam, he was kind of hinted at it a little bit, but now the Carmelo one is the one he really kind of just like showed his true colors to me, I feel.
It's not about the AI post, guy. It's the commentary that was under the post. And then we can also go, I don't know if you've seen them, but you can go on YouTube right now and type in the commentary before Euphoria and after Euphoria, and you can watch it. You don't even have to listen to me. You can go watch those videos. Go listen to the people who were saying the not just content creators like DJ and myself, or Moni or Jalopy or anybody else that you consider maybe just a level of closeness and proximity to you as quote unquote normal people, but like people who are actually vetted media personality / journalists, or just people who just big enough in the space, academics, Joe Budden, all of these people were saying out of their mouths, they were saying Kendrick lost before it started, or he was going to lose. Somebody was actually doing a day-to-day counter. So you ain't even got to take it from me. There is a compilation built right now that you can go check on YouTube that has hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million views. I ain't just saying this, bro. You can go find it. You can find it.
That's how I know it was even 17 days that Kendrick took to respond, because it was literally a countdown.
Check this out.
If no one was counting shit down, I never really would have put together or just would have known that it took Kendrick 17 days to respond.
Yeah. Who was counting? It's like,
yeah.
Shout out to Moni. She said Billboard literally wrote an article saying even if Drake loses the battle, he still won. They were building narratives before Kendrick responded. Even if he lose, he still win. like, bro, there were people going out of their way to build a ground narrative or build a foundation for whatever was going to happen. So if Kendrick didn't respond, the media swarm like that building, that momentum makes Drake's win look even more impactful, because it looks like now, based off the string of narratives, that he really scared him into not responding, or that Kendrick was pump faking. So once he responded, those same individuals were saying that the songs weren't good, all of these things. And then by the time we get to Meet the Grams, Not Like Us, there's nothing for them to say until they was like, okay, he crossed the line and called him a PDF. Completely ignoring the song that they were just celebrating 30 minutes before, when he said, you beat your wife, your kid, one of your kids not yours, all of these things. So it's cool for him to bring kids into it and mention women, but when Kendrick basically edifies Adonis, he did not diss him.
Right.
He spoke life into Adonis. Did he mention him? Yes. Did he speak on him negatively? No. Did he make it about him being half or a quarter black? No. He used that and say, hey, you are a black man, and you will comport yourself as a king. And if you don't get this now, wait till you're 17. He saved all of the venom for the grown folk.
He was like, use that blackness in you as a sense of pride.
Yeah, walk in
you can walk in that. So where that when you grow up and you understand more and more who you are, understand that blood that's in you, that, you know, say it's not for no reason, bro. Like, he was truly speaking life into Adonis stuff. Like, I don't know what the fuck people was hearing. I think it's just the fact that he said his name. And I think that's all that people really focus on. Even with the Control verse, no one actually listened to the fucking verse. Only thing that people cared about is, oh shit, he's saying names. Because everybody for the longest time, well, not for the longest time, but for that period after the whole J and R shit died down, and you had, you know, some beefs here and there, for the most part, people didn't say names for real. I mean, you had Ja Rule and 50, but for the most part, there was no other like confrontation or battle within that time frame, from what I can remember. I may be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. To where it was truly direct and people putting names on shit until that Control verse dropped. And that's all people cared about, the fact that he actually said another nigga name on the song, not realizing what he's actually saying in the verse. So, yeah, man, like, I'm done with that whole shit. Like, y'all not finna sit up here and try to spin the narrative and change shit now. I was there. I know what happened. I remember what happened. Y'all not finna do that. And that's why I love, shout out to Elsa, man. That's why I love that book, man. We need things like that, records of detailed accounts of what happened, timelines and shit. We need that, because people try to erase and change the narratives every fucking day on this app, man. It's fucking insane, though.
Facts. And real quick, since you were speaking about documentation, shout out to this. And we were there. Moni said, I even have What's the Dirt's exact quote unquote heel turn documented on my channel. Yeah. Like, bro, we was there. We watched the narrative take place in real time. Exactly. Because we got to remember, he did a breakdown. I don't remember seeing his Euphoria breakdown. I don't know if I saw that, but I did see his 616 in LA. And it was heavy on the breaking down with that first verse alluded to and all of these different things. And then boom, Happy Dad sponsorship, completely flipped. Yep. Now he's like, okay, I want to make something destroying Kendrick. I want to show y'all that he's a milkman woman beater. And he advertised it on those points for weeks and weeks, and did snippet releases and all of these things, trying to build up this facade of Kendrick being this evil, prejudiced, woman beaten monster.
Yeah.
And you could tell from the moment of the response that he got and the adulation that he got from 616, and next thing you know is Happy Dad, his entire perspective, not just on the battle, but on how he chose to represent himself changed. So much so now he's going at black legends in the hip hop space. He flipped. I hate when people say he did a full 360. That bring you right back to where you at. He did a 180. And he said he was for the culture because we didn't know him prior. Because he was stealing that stuff from Redditors. So the point I'm making is every time after Not Like Us that we saw a Happy Dad sponsorship in the vicinity, we saw the connection to Drake, Kick, Steak, all of that, and then we witnessed the narrative be pushed, and all of it had a similar trajectory of where it was looking to go. So it's like, bro, we see these things. We see these things, bro. You can't fool me, bro. Like, you can't fool me. Okay, I can make a poll real quick. Let me see. Okay, shout out to StreamYard with the new attachment. You can make the polls and drop them in the what's the name. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Cool. Shout out to their widgets. No, let me go back. So so y'all go ahead and vote for that if y'all can. I that's my first time ever seeing that. But yeah, the Happy Dad sponsorship let you know what you were gonna get and what you have gotten, and you can also see for some of them, especially What's the Dirt, the moment he took the heel turn was closely aligned to his partnership with Happy Dad. So that means it's a lot of goofies with a check. A lot of goofies with a check. So let's get off of Drake / Kendrick because that part is no longer important. I just wanted to bring that up because of what Hov said and just the whole narrative of and just how stupid that is. And J. Cole discussed it too about everybody. Oh, it said yes or no. My bad. Let me take that down. My bad. Let me see. Let me stop that. Well, let me see if I can change it first. Oh, I can change it. Drake. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all revote. Y'all revote for me. But on to the J. Cole. So I'm about to pull this up and we're gonna work our way through this. Let me see if I can I get that off of my screen.
I got 30 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker. Okay. Nigga, I had to literally actually write out the shit I wanted to say to this nigga because it's so much bullshit that this nigga talking about.
It's not in the chat. Okay, so StreamYard sucks. So what we're gonna do is make it here in YouTube. I'm gonna start it right here. Did the media, as Wale say, did the media support Drake or Kendrick pre-Euphoria? Drake, Kendrick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do new things. And okay, so there we go. You got it.
Let's say I got the boo docket.
Bruh. Did you see the beginning of the stream?
No. Not yet, no.
I was wilding. I don't even know if the audio good from the beginning of the stream. I came in this whole wilding. However, let's go to this. Let me hit the did you see what he said about Diddy?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, let me get to it, see if it's anything that I see, and then we'll discuss because I haven't watched.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say all. I didn't say all the interviews, so you can go wherever you want.
So it's me. I'm catching up in front of everybody. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that actually happened. I had a.
So yeah, explain that.
Nah, you know what? I damn near wish I could because it's such an ill story.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
but matter of fact, we did a podcast, me and Eve,
Okay.
like a year and a half ago, where we kind of ran through like the first part of my career up until Forest Hill Drive.
Right.
And we had a bonus episode
Right.
that was the whole episode was just about that night
Okay.
and that altercation, right?
Right.
And we was gonna put it out because at that time, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
me and Puff, like we hadn't had no problem for years. Even after that, like
Right.
it was cleaned up quick and we was in a good spot.
Right.
But you know, Puff was on the song that I had on off season, and like, so we was gonna put it out, thinking like, yo, it's cool. Like enough time has passed, he ain't gonna feel no way. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And then all the shit.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let me speed this shit up there. Hold on.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And I was just like, nah. It felt like damn near like kicking a
Yeah.
man when he's down.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was
Right.
like it would have gave the news and the
And
world more
and
ammo.
I
to
got
just,
you saying.
just destroy this
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
wasn't
like,
a good time to put it
wasn't
out.
a good time. So similarly, right now it's like,
Yeah.
Okay, real quick.
Bro, Skip, this nigga like the 8th member of Griselda. Boom, 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 boom.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Now, I did see that clip. I don't even know if I want to. I don't know how far he goes into this explanation about the Diddy thing, but that part right now, or right there, is very indicative and crazy when you really think about it. It's like Diddy is on camera violently assaulting a woman
Mm-hmm,
on trial,
mm-hmm.
on the verge of being convicted for a litany of crimes, weird sexual crimes, illicit sexual crimes. And you knowing that he's guilty of these, not knowing, but you see the evidence compiled upon him, you know, in this moment. And even if we just stopping at him beating a woman, you're being protective of his image
Mm-hmm.
when he did something directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to kick him when he's down.
This is the exact time when
What was Port Antonio? And I'm gonna ask that question rhetorically throughout the stream until we get to the point of dissecting Port Antonio. But if you don't want to kick somebody when they're down, in this perspective, like, why put something into the air that even alludes to it?
bro, when are you supposed to do it? Because at this point, if that was your mother, your sister, your cousin, your friend, or whoever it was, if that was them on that floor getting their ass stomped the fuck out, would you feel the same way? I don't want to hear that shit. It's so many people in hip hop, especially with that same narrative. We want to kick him when he down. Nigga, kick that nigga. Stomp that nigga the fuck out the same way he did Cassie. Get that nigga the fuck out of here. I don't care about anything else that he's done allegedly and all this other shit behind the scenes. None of that shit really matters to me. Whether I think it's real or not, whether he did or not, none of that shit matters. All I know is I know what I saw when he did to Cassie. That is documented from multiple angles. I don't need to hear shit. All I see is the action.
Let me show you something real quick.
And I know for a fact that I wouldn't subject myself to beating a woman or hitting a woman in any circumstance whatsoever under that kind of, premise like that.
Let me show
I'm
you
not
something.
rocking with that shit.
Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Let me show you something.
No, Skip. No.
DJ, my friend, let me show you something, my friend. Hold on. Let me show you something.
Nah, don't do that. Don't, Skip.
Let me
Skip,
show
don't
you
do
something.
don't.
Let me
Bro,
show you
Skip,
something.
don't do this to me, Skip. Don't do it.
This is for all of the people who constantly say that we're saying things and just making things up, or that we're only entertaining one side of the truth, or that we're only exercising things from our particular perspective, when in fact we are going by what these individuals say. We are going by what these individuals say.
Bro, I've never seen this before.
I'm gonna let you go. It's beautiful how things like print never go away. It's beautiful how things like print never go away, DJ. They never go away. I just want to read the headline. I'm gonna let you digest this, and then we're gonna walk through the interview, and then we're gonna get back to what he just said. And this is from this isn't from Media Takeout, you guys who felt like Media Takeout was such a reputable news source 10 plus years ago. This is from Pitchfork, a quite reputable print publication, or digital publication. Even if we don't agree with how they review music, this is still a well-to-do publication. So they're vetted. 2018, J. Cole distances himself from Nas, citing abuse allegations. Boom, 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 boom. Citing abuse allegations. Not even an abuse, not abuse that we have visibly seen, which is even worse than a conviction, because even with convictions, there is an opportunity to be vindicated in the long run due to presentation of new or previously ignored evidence. He distanced himself due to allegations. But when we have an individual on camera violently doing what he did, I don't want to bring her name up. I don't even want to delve into that because we already know. You distance yourself due to allegations. And now that we have a person that you've seen do these things, you don't want to kick him when he's down.
The same person that you said you let down earlier in your career, the same person that you views as your inspiration of why you do supposedly what you do. We're going to get on that shit. But as far as the person that you use as your inspiration to do what you do in rap, but now all of a sudden with allegations, like you said, come out, no actual proof, no court case. Well, I'm not going to say no court case, but no convictions. None of that shit comes out. But you want to distance yourself because your brand can't handle that shit. But now your brand can handle this shit with Diddy?
Crazy work. Crazy work.
I don't give a fuck if that nigga was on the all season. So what? I don't give a fuck about that shit. And truth be told, I'm not going to lie to you. This might be on my part. I didn't even realize that was Diddy until like when we was making our fall off playlist. And I was going through the shit and I'm like, wait a minute, that nigga sound like that's Diddy. Oh shit. like, bro, I didn't even realize this shit when it came out because the all season didn't really hit for me like that for real. Like as a whole package. Like it was songs I did like on them, but overall it didn't really hit for me. It didn't have no staying power like that shit for real. So I didn't even remember that Diddy was actually on that shit. So whatever relationship that y'all have behind the scenes, like you value that more than the truth that's actually presented to you, which lets me think that you may condone some of the bullshit that he's doing. You got to. Because this goes back to one of the basic points that we're talking about with J. Cole. Nigga, stand on something. You don't want to stand on shit. You always trying to play the middle and do the politically correct thing. No, nigga. It's certain times where you got to pick a side, nigga. It just is what it is. You got to pick a side and stand on some shit. That lets us know who you are as a real person.
Big facts.
And the fact that you don't want to kick a man when he's down, when you've seen him do what he do, that lets me, I can assume. Because at this point, it don't matter what you really are. I can assume at this point, comfortably, that at some point in time, you may actually condone the bullshit that he does. Which means that I can't value anything that you saying you do. Because I don't fuck with that shit.
Crazy.
And I, as a person, I have my own opinion. I have my right to deal with the people that I want to deal with the same way that he can. If he values that relationship that highly to where he don't want to speak on this nigga in a negative light, then go ahead. But just know I ain't fuck with you off that shit. It is what it is.
Because the Diddy thing on its own is enough. But when you have past context, it makes it 10 times worse. Because it's like, what is making you choose? Are you saying that you maybe learned from this? Because I've never heard you speak on this before. Shout out to Curtis King. I was watching one of his videos and saw that he pulled this up because I had no idea about this either. Shout out to Cole, our partner Cole from BYNK Media. This run has been the worst thing in J. Cole's career. Hold on, real quick. Do y'all remember when we were listening to Safety for the people who watched our fall off reaction, and we was like, bro, it's kind of weird. Like, why did J. Cole have to go that deep with the D and the B types, fruity types? And he was like, he could have got to that without doing that.
Yeah.
He could have got that point across and said we were being insensitive to one of our friends who was of the community, yada yada yada. He could have got that off without being so like how it would be perceived from a lot of people is outwardly homophobic. And people like, he said it when he was 29. That's grown as fuck.
Yes, bro.
And he wrote it when he was older than 30. Like what? He could have told that story. And also, J. Cole is Mr. I just want you to understand the feeling that we're trying to get across.
Exactly.
Feeling, he couldn't get that feeling across in a way that did not come across overtly homophobic.
Yeah.
And also, for my people who support J. Cole, let's go back to album 2, track 1, verse 1. Can I get an amen? Album 2, verse 1, track 1. My verbal AK spray, and I don't mean no disrespect whenever I say okay. Does anybody know the word? I don't want anybody to put it in the chat. Nobody comment the word, but I want y'all to understand what the word was.
That's from the book of Born Sinner, by the way. Just in case y'all didn't know.
The book of Born Sinner. My verbal AK sprays blank, and I don't mean no disrespect whenever I say blank, okay blank. And his whole point was to call other people homophobic for receiving what he said any type of way.
And he got backlash for that during that time. I remember like people were talking about like him opening the album with that and him saying that shit. He got backlash back then for that. And he kind of, if I remember, he kind of doubled down on the shit. Like, but granted, it wasn't big enough to stop like his momentum at the time, but people definitely addressed it 100%. So this ain't his first time saying controversial shit, even on the Jodeci freestyle. When it was finally released on streaming, it had to bleep out the R word or whatever. He had to go back and basically amend that because
because he said something about artistic and then
like they wouldn't release it on streaming if the song wasn't edited out, those words out. So if you go and you listen to it on streaming, it's edited out. But if you go listen to it on YouTube or whatever, like live hip hop, whatever, whatever it is, wherever else you go listen to it, it's gonna say, what he actually said.
Yeah.
So like he's not new to these type of like aggressive and controversial shit that he says in his music. And if I said it, then I wrote it, stupid. So that means you took the time to put pen to pad, thought to writing. I'm gonna say this shit just like this.
And then framed and then said that's just a little joke to show how homophobic you are. J. Cole the type. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
And also, too, by the way, for y'all fans that's in here or stands in here that's watching, how can we even recall these things if we weren't even supportive of fans of this nigga at one point?
I actually own that. I own that project. Bought it. Yeah.
I got Born Sinner. As I show y'all, I still have the CD of Born Sinner in my fucking drawer right here. I still have it. I bought Birthday Blizzard. I bought the Fall Off. So y'all can't sit up here and tell me that I'm not a fan or I can't speak from a place of, what I'm saying, some type of comfortability level in what I'm saying. Like, I know what the fuck I'm saying. I know how I feel. And I have the right to change how I feel about this nigga. Because it's just like, it's also from a place of disappointment. Because like at one point in time, I did support this nigga. I did. But once knowledge is presented to you in a way that's undeniable, it is your job and your responsibility to do what you need to do with that information. If you choose to ignore it, then that's on you being ignorant. And I just choose not to do that shit. Doing this platform with Skip has made me truly like value what the fuck I listen to and listen with intent. Not to say that I never did before, but I definitely do now. And there's no fucking way in my age that I am now that I can do just this passive listening bullshit that Cole wants us to do and that his stands want us to do. No, nigga, I'm listening to what the fuck you're saying and I'm holding you accountable to the shit that you fucking say, bro.
That's it.
You can't Tootsie slide your way out of this shit, nigga. You don't. Well, I can't even say
This
that.
just resurfaced. Shout out to Curtis King, like, because I've never seen this before.
Like, I can't even say that Drake and Cole not really the same person now. Like, they are way more alike than I ever really thought about beforehand. So, yeah, he may be trying to Tusa slide his way out of this shit. But, oh well, bro. It is what it is. But
So
this article here, bro, I've never seen this shit before in my life.
Me neither. So let's get to it. Let's see what he says, and then we'll address it. Because I didn't get to watch what he said after because I had to go back to work. But when he brought it up, I was getting ready to go back to lunch, so I didn't get to go back from lunch, so I didn't get to watch the rest of the video. But shout out to Curtis King, for sure. In a new interview with D Lockett from Billboard, J. Cole in the interview was with Billboard, so even more. They're just covering something that he did with an even more vetted publication.
Yeah.
J. Cole voiced strong opinions about Nas and Hillary Clinton. Whatever he said about Hillary Clinton, as long as he didn't call her a B word, it's kind of fair game because she,
yeah.
Two figures whom he supported publicly in the past. Cole said that it hurt, end quote, to learn about the allegations of mental and physical abuse leveled against Nas by his ex-wife, Khalees. Nas has since responded to the allegations, stating, end quote, "I do not beat women." He continued, "It feels weird because I F with Nas, but I just have to be honest. I came up seeing too much effed up S word for that to be acceptable. I don't care who it is."
You joking, bro.
Hold on. Let's blow that up a little bit. I think
please.
Hold on. Like, this is the thing.
It feels weird because I fuck with Nas, but I have to be honest. I came up saying too much fucked up shit for that to be acceptable. I don't care who it is. I don't give a fuck I don't fuck with people abusing women.
And I don't fuck with people not taking care of their kids. If we take that in a vacuum, and that's the thing that a lot of people doing. And I said this on the last stream. Yo, Kobe, what's happening, baby?
Say hi to Skip.
Hi, Skip.
What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Tell him I asked him how he was doing.
He said, "How you doing? You have fun at Real Party?"
Yes.
Okay, good job. All right, I'll be in a second, dude. You be in my Crown?
What was I saying?
Yeah, go ahead, Skip.
Oh, okay. When you if you take any one thing that J. Cole has said, it's not wrong in a vacuum. It's a lot of the things that he say are not wrong because they're just objective. They're just objective statements. So it's just like, okay, I dig it. Yeah, I don't F with that either. I don't care who it is either.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you attach it to something else he said, you see the inconsistency. That's the thing. You see the inconsistency when you attach multiple things that he said. And it's not just like, oh, okay, I like the color red. And then 2 years later, well, I like the color blue. It's like, nah, I don't care who it is. If somebody doing something crazy about women, I'm going to address it. I don't care who it is. And then a few years later, it's like, yeah, bro, like, yeah, I didn't want to kick him when he was down because of what he had going on. The things that he had going on were the very things that you said are unacceptable, and you don't care who does it. You don't fuck with them. And this isn't after, I mean, in the interview, it's after he's been convicted and after we've seen the video. It's not in between revelation. We've already seen the revelation. Of course, he didn't get the big charges that people thought he was going to get, but we seen on camera him assault a woman violently. And then we've seen the things that he got convicted for, and they've all ultimately been crimes involving taking advantage of women. So for you to say that, like, how am I to look at you knowing you said this before?
Yep.
How am I to look at you knowing you said this before? Let's continue.
Right. This is really the fall off for real. Like, if he really wanted to like fall off and just discredit himself all the way, like he doing a damn good job. I give him that. He doing a damn good job. But go ahead.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Lockett then asked Cole, do you see there eventually being more consequences for this type of behavior? And do you think cancel culture has any legitimacy? He replied, let me see. That's tough because we're talking about black women. If it was a white woman involved with these allegations, then sadly, I'm realizing as I'm talking to you, maybe people wouldn't cancel them just as quick, but labels will be forced to cancel because white outrage is way more powerful than black outrage, unfortunately. When white people start getting outraged about this type of shit, then maybe something will happen. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't necessarily think I'm mad at J. Cole for that stance because, idealistically, I would want that to be a false statement.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, that portion is like kind of true. Like, for example, look at the BAFTAs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the black awardee or award presentee that said Free Palestine got bleeped out, but it would Tourette's cause two highly esteemed actors.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
The N-word, Michael B. Jordan and Del Orlando calls them N-words on stage and it doesn't get bleeped out. Granted, he's not able to, per his condition, he's not able to control what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But why wasn't that bleeped out? So I do get the conversation around the appreciation of black versus white outrage. It even goes into the medical industry. Black women die at a higher proportional rate due to their levels of pain and complaints being ignored. So I get that. I ain't arguing with him about that. If I was really hating, I can make a compelling argument to say that he devalues black voices, but we're not gonna do that because I don't believe that to be true. Let's see what this says. Oh wow. So they're pulling cards. J. Cole famously released the song Let Nas Down after learning that Nas hated his single Workout. He also called Nas one of his favorite rappers of all time and tweeted his appreciation numerous times. Despite his stance on abuse against women, Cole tweeted his praise for XXXTentacion following the death of the Florida rapper who was facing numerous legal charges, including aggravated battery of a pregnant woman, domestic battery by strangulation, false imprisonment, and witness tampering at the time of his murder. You got anything you want to say before I read this part?
No, man.
As we continue, Cole elaborated to Lockett. When I found out about those abuse allegations against him, my first response was, he always got multiple responses.
Yes. I was going to get to that, bro. We're going to get to that
always
shit.
Got multiple responses, dog.
Yes.
Said, my first response was, man, I hope maybe one day I'll get a chance to talk to this kid. So he knew before he passed away. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
I wanted a chance to, I'll get a chance to talk to this kid and figure out if there's any place that I can help. Because anybody who would do shit like the shit that he did, hurt people. I've talked through prisons and talked to these dudes who got life. They took someone's life at 16 or 17 years old. You haven't had the chance to process your trauma at that age. I'm going to be sympathetic to a kid who has clearly been through so much effed up stuff that he inflicted this on someone else. I even understand that.
Yeah.
He's holding him less accountable because he's understanding that he hasn't had the ability to reverse alchemize his trauma into something more positive. And I get that because he was very young when he passed. He was very young when he passed. Or when he was murdered, rather.
Yeah.
Let me see how far this goes. Okay, so that's it as far as we got a little bit more. Is it anything you want to say before we go to this next part? Because I think this part is about Clinton. I don't care about this part.
Yeah. We'll have to go into that.
Okay.
Man, this shit is just crazy to me. Cause it's just like, okay, you say these things back then when this shit happened, but now you say something completely different now. So you're supposed to mature as you get older, right? You're supposed to gain new perspective and understanding, or even if it's not gaining new perspective, rather come more firm in who you are as a person as you get older, right? Because the shit he said now versus the shit you said back then, they don't match. They don't fucking match. I don't even know easy way to say that. They don't fucking match, bro. So are you like you regressing, my nigga? You regressing in your 40s is crazy. I'm sorry, dog. That's wild to me. That's fucking wild. I don't know, man. But the fact that article even exists, and for him to say, I don't want to kick Puff when he down, It's absolutely insane. When are you supposed to hold this nigga accountable? It's the same shit with R. Kelly. People don't want to hold this nigga accountable because he made good music. That's it. Even though the music, now when I really look at it, 90% of it is probably about his relationship with these young girls. So I can't even listen to the shit the same way. So because Puff made Special Delivery, they give him a pass. Because Puff made No Way Out and Victory, he get a pass, right? Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. This is the exact moment where you beat that nigga the fuck up. Right now. Right now. I don't know any other better time to do that. So this nigga, he just further like disappointed me the more he fucking speaks, bro. And everything that we said up to this point about him on this channel is 100% for me solidified. We were not wrong about this nigga, dog. He's further cementing everything that we fucking said, dog. And the fact that we are able to break down his character enough and understand who he is, we not the only ones that see this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't no shit like we trying to destroy this nigga. No, we just looking at this shit for what it is, bro. This nigga don't stand on shit, and the shit that he stand on, it's shit. He stand on the waterbed at this point. That shit gonna bust. Any fucking time, nigga. Like, come on, bro. I don't understand this shit, dog. At this point, I don't know what this nigga really wants. What are you doing?
I do.
What
He wants to be liked. He wants to be liked so bad that it's troubling. No dominance. He wants to be liked so bad that it's puzzling. No dominance. Like the thing is,
please, y'all don't start with the EVUs. Please don't.
The thing is with J. Cole, right? And I'm not even saying that I don't even 100% understand it. It's just people expect us to see it and not discuss it, right? It's like Cole built himself, and Cole and his team, because Ebe and all of the people behind the scenes at Dreamville are just as accountable for how J. Cole is being perceived and how he's been represented as J. Cole himself, right? Mm-hmm. J. Cole has been presented, like there was an era where they were allowing him to be compared to Tupac. This was For Your Eyes Only era.
Only, y'all just gonna say
they were comparing him to Tupac Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
They were comparing him to Tupac Shakur, bro. That is a level of unrivaled authenticity, not only in this era, but that era.
Right.
That was a high level of authenticity, realness, consideration for people that he will never meet, and not just through certain music that hit touch points, through things that he was saying and standing up and presenting when challenged or when presented with opposing beliefs. Not just I'm gonna say it when it's cool, and if somebody say it and somebody offers pushback, then I say that I don't really mean it, or I'm not as firm on my stance as I previously was. So to do that, we had like that created a level of perception of Cole to be perceived as this overtly humble, hyper authentic, integrity based, everyman, all of these things. So with that comes a level of honesty and integrity that is expected to be upheld. I ain't saying that you gotta tell everything, but like don't present so much that you either have to come back and clean up, or things that you don't stand on when they're being presented to you after you say them. Because if that's the case, if you know you're gonna say something and not stand on it, don't say it. Because if somebody in the street come up to me and be like, hey bro, how you feel about Palestine? I saw what you said on stream. Free Palestine, nigga. What do you mean? Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, man, there's people dying on both sides. I wish that would just end. No, nigga, whatever I said when I initially said it, I said it because I was man enough to say it the first time. And it's not about being strong or feeling like I can whoop whoever in front of me that said that. No, I said what I believed the first time.
Right.
And there's no way that my perspective on watching people die in mass is going to change over a matter of years.
Right.
So if I say, hey man, ain't no way I can fuck with somebody beating on a woman, and I'ma always stand up against that because that's just a part of who I am. And I grew up seeing it, so I have a certain level of opposition to that. That stance is never going to change. So the fact that him and Diddy made up, but that is enough to get you in the way of saying, you know what, I ain't gonna kick him when he down. So that makes me think, how were you thinking about Nas when you decided to say that? Because now if the front layer is still intact, what deeper in the subconscious of Cole would make you make this decision? Because now it kind of seems like relationship based. Because if you're cool enough with Diddy to not speak on him and kick him when he down, why would your perspective on highlighting allegations and your stance against them change when it's pertaining to Nas? I don't understand it. Do you have any perspective on that, DJ?
I don't. I really don't. Especially for someone like he said in there that he truly valued in terms of music, right? In terms of his, inspirations and things like that. I would assume that, unless he knows something about him that we don't know, which I think is bullshit as well. But unless he knows something that we don't know, there's no reason for me to think that because he said what he said about Nas and what he said about Puff, that he ain't on that other side. There's no reason for me to not think that now at this point. Because they're two different viewpoints to think from. Like, there's no common thread here that I can be like, I kind of understand what he's saying. No, nigga. It's the complete opposite at this point. So I'm just like, I don't understand. Because he said in the interview, he's like, I don't want to kick a man when he's down. And if we put that out, that'll be more that they can use against him in court. And, further taint his image. Nigga, that's what him having a trial is for. Is to present the evidence to define his character. That's the whole point here.
Go ahead real quick. Keep going. Hey, Keyshawn, do you have something you want to say? Do you want to come up? Do you want to come share your face and say something? Is there anything that you want to get off your chest? Because I wouldn't mind talking to someone who feels like we're being disingenuous as it regards J. Cole and Kendrick. Is there something that you want to say? Do you want to come share the stage? Do you want to share your face?
And also, too, what about Kendrick makes you feel like we're not holding his feet to the fire? What has Kendrick done publicly or behind the scenes that that we don't, to where you feel so we're being biased? Because to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, wherever you are in the world, please present the evidence to me that Kendrick is a fuck nigga, that he don't stand on shit, that he does shit immorally. Please present it to me. Because I'll get that nigga the fuck out of here too.
And
also, his ass up.
And also,
please.
When Kendrick did things that people didn't agree with,
he stood on the shit that he believed in.
Lesser degrees, he still got ate up when he tried to contextualize the transition of his aunt into his uncle. He got annihilated for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never seen me once on this channel try to defend that. A lot of people feel a way about him having Kodak on there. He got ate up for that.
Yeah.
I'm not defending that. I'm not from my perspective, I could go like he was trying to empathize with the situation he was in or whatever. I could try to make something up.
Yeah.
But I'm not arguing against that. I'm not doing that. The whole Playboy Cardi thing, people felt a way about that. I'm not arguing with that. But one thing I thought about the other day that is crazy to me that people decide to make Kendrick the poster child for is Christ-like representation in media.
Okay.
Kendrick wore the Tiffany crown of thorns for Mr. Morale, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
How many artists have used Christ-like imagery in the visual representation of their art? I can name like 5 right now.
Yeah.
So how you feel about that representation is up to your interpretation. It was described as a way of taking up of bearing the cross
Hold on, yeah. No. Don't kick out yet. Don't kick out yet. No.
Don't kick who out?
Whoever this is, this Keisha, not whoever this is. Don't kick out yet.
Is Keishana or is it Kashana?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, okay. They got a stream muted. Oh, okay. Cool.
What?
Yeah. So I'm saying, nigga, Jay-Z name is Hova.
I finished building.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to show you.
Oh, they said who Skip. Oh, so they don't even. Oh, okay. So they just somebody that popped up. Let's see. Y'all don't discourage someone having a legit difference of opinion. Yeah, it's like, bro, do your thing.
Wait, hold on. Are they asking who are you? And they like y'all don't even know like who we are, the channel?
I think
so you must be new here. Man, get your ass out of here. Never mind. I wanted you to come up here. I thought you maybe watched us a little bit. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know who the fuck. Get out of here. All right, send it to the shadow realm. Next.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody said, let's see. Shout out to Downey Dixon. He said Kendrick got accused of respectability politics during the To Pimp a Butterfly press run and got dragged. Because he said that basically black people need to hold themselves more accountable. He did say that. Right. He said that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Could that be interpreted a certain way? Yes.
Yes.
Do I see value in what he said? Yes, but that definitely can be interpreted a negative way. Yes. So am I finna stand up and try to be like, no, y'all don't know what he meant. We going by what he said. He said something that was problematic. It's 2 sides of it, but he definitely said something that can be viewed as problematic. Yes.
So again, please, whoever you are in the comments, please present us with the information for me to understand and see like, oh, Kendrick not the nigga who you say he is. Please present it to me. Please present something showing Kendrick in a negative light to where I would understand that this shit is fucked up. Because there's nothing to my recollection in his entire career of me knowing this nigga to make me be like, no, fuck with that nigga like that. Or it's something weird about his ass. Or something like he's presented none of that shit to me. So if you can enlighten me, please do. But until then, shut the fuck up. We finna continue roasting Cole ass because he's giving me everything that I need to know about his ass. So continue, good sir.
Real quick. Bro, I love when people don't listen to music, bro. I love it. This person said, imagine if Cole said, I'm not black no more. Imagine if, hold on, DJ. I love it. I love it. Real quick.
Go ahead.
Since we're taking lines from verses out of context, since we doing it, let's play the game.
Yeah, man.
Let's play the game. Let's play real quick. Imagine if Kendrick said the hardest shit out the South since slavery. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Imagine if Kendrick referred to himself or referred to anybody else as a mulatto in 2026. Let's play the game. Imagine if Kendrick made a video playing a house nigga. Let's play the game. Let's imagine if Kendrick referred to himself as the half white or the half black Messiah. Let's
no.
play the game. I got one more. Let's play the game. Imagine if Kendrick said the hardest nigga in the game got a white mother. Let's play the game. Imagine if Kendrick dug up 2 dead people and made them apologize to each other on wax, minimizing the impact of their actual beef, which led to their untimely death that had stuff that went way beyond wax. and minimizing it to a simple disagreement to further a point that you were trying to make because you did something. You did multiple things in a manner that was disingenuous. Let's play a game.
But not only that, if you go back to that video, why did he try to herald and make himself seem like he was the hero freeing the slaves in the video? Oh no, I'm an inside agent, guys. I'm gonna go in and do this, and we finna rebel against Massa. Come on, bro. Let's be for real. Cut the bullshit.
And then when you add that with all of his weird slavery bars, it's almost like he's saying the only way that I was able to get in was because I was light enough to get in because I'm man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's play the game. If you want to play the game, dog, let's play the game. And then I'm gonna let DJ go. But the one thing he said, what he was saying, imagine if he said, I'm not black no more. If you go back and listen to the song, Kendrick is referring to a conversation he is having with his cousin Carl, who is a Hebrew Israelite, trying to get Kendrick to understand the word black should not be how you identify when through historical knowledge and my understanding and my religious sect's understanding of the Bible, we are Israelites. So take away the nomenclature that was given to you by your oppressor. Remove that nomenclature. Remove it. No longer refer to yourself as black. Refer to yourself as where you come from. You are of one of the 12 tribes of Judah or Israel, however you want to refer to it. You are a descendant of one of those tribes. Refer to yourself as such based off biblical text. That's why that was said. It's not just like he was like, yeah, man, I run in the guess what? I ain't black no more.
Hey, yo.
Guess what? I ain't black no more. My name is Kendrick Lamar. You can see me. I'm no longer black. I'm whatever. Like, it's not like he just said it and just dropped it.
And also to the fact that
hold on, DJ. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you laughing? You cutting into the show. Do you need something? Guess what? I ain't black no more. Hey,
bro,
a pool from the blackness. I'ma dive in it. But go ahead, bro.
The fact that I'm talking direct to whoever this person is, the fact that he's able to call that shit on the dime lets you know that he's intently listening to the music and he has a certain level of comprehension in the music. So yeah, if you want to play the game, let's go there. We can go bar for bar. We can do this shit if that's what you really want to go. But I don't think you want to go that route because there's way more shit about Cole that we can say that we can't say about Kendrick. It's just it's levels to this shit, and it's just not us being Kendrick glazing channel. We're just looking at the shit for what it is. I promise you, the moment I feel and realize or see something that I don't like from Kendrick in terms of like, especially morally, for me, especially morally, I'm calling that nigga out every day. The same way I'm roasting Cole, the same way I roasting Drake, I would roast Kendrick the same fucking way. I would not support that nigga do the same shit because I stand on the shit that I say. The words that I say to me mean everything because I know once you say it, you can't take it back. And that's the one thing that Cole don't fucking realize. You can't just be saying all this bullshit and then, like, I understand you grow and you have different perspectives and you retake things like that. But you can't constantly use that as an excuse to escape some pressure, to escape the fire. Stand in the shit. Be accountable for the shit that you say. Stand on the shit. That's all that we're trying to tell him to do. And he's not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a moment at any point in time in those examples that Skip gave or the examples that people are giving in the chat to where Kendrick ever backtracked anything he ever fucking said. He stood in the shit and took whatever came with it. That's why he said on Gen X, Shit. Yeah, what's the
What
what's
song
the
I might be able to help you?
the one mic song?
Man at the Garden?
Yeah, Man in the Garden, yes.
What I
Like,
did it with integrity and niggas still try to hate on me?
but not only that, talking about he's willing to take whatever comes with. Like, I deserve this.
Oh, yeah. And he's talking about what he said and also in All the Stars, he said, I want the credit if I'm losing or I'm winning. On my mama, that's the realest shit.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to get to. Like, whatever comes with what he believes in, he takes, the full brunt of it, whether it's good or it's bad. He internalizes it, wherever he need to internalize it. He act on it, and then he put it in the fucking music. Because the music is what he is doing to express himself. And according to Cole,
real quick. Please ask another question so Skip and DJ can prove they didn't listen to J. Cole before the fall off. Let me see. Heaven or jail, you choose. Heaven or hell, you choose. Freedom or jail, you lose. I can't stop it. I'm hot as the devil's shoes. Overcame a low life status to blow like Gladys. Ahead of my time, like I lived my whole life backwards. I'm nothing like these whole life rappers. My whole life practice to be the one. What it's like to be LeBron. Come on, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't do that. Don't do that. It took me 2 seconds to pull it out the top of my head. Don't do that, bro. I ain't got like DJ finna show you some a piece of something that he bought. Don't do this, bro. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this, bro. Please let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this, bro.
And I'm gonna keep doing it every time.
See the clouds on my window. Like, bro, we don't have to do this, bro. That's boring. We don't have to do this.
What
bro.
Is this?
We don't have to do this, bro. Please stop doing. I hate when y'all come in here and say that shit, but we don't have to do this.
What's that right there?
Truly
What's that right there?
Truly
okay. Okay, the deluxe version. They had the mixtape along with the album.
Don't have to do this, bro.
Please, come on, bro.
Hold on.
Do this shit.
Hold on, real quick. Let me get another one.
Come on,
how he went on that song? Fuck.
Oh, you can't find this version, by the way. You can't go to no store and get the CD. They got both of these albums in here now.
I got
That's done with. So you can't even lie and say that I just did that. This is old. They haven't released this shit like that.
Slim nigga. Lyrically though, my limbs bigger than a nigga hitting the gym regular bench pressing the bar. 10 steps up from y'all. You should follow my lead. If you shoot for the stars, I guess you aiming at me. But please hold your applause. They hanging on the wall. God damn it, I'm on the floor. Good Lord, can't you see? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. See me sit, bro. Sometimes I wonder, hey, when I spit this real shit, man, do they hear my hunger? Son, no, you gonna need this is big shit popping. You're gonna need a plunger to put me under. Niggas in trouble. You looking at the LeBron James of the game. Come on, bro. We don't have to do this, bro. We don't have to do this, bro. We don't have to do this. Stop doing that shit, bro. Stop doing it. I hate when y'all niggas do that shit, bro. I hate when y'all niggas do that. And I bet that the first time you heard J. Cole was probably Forest Hills Drive. You maybe went back after. Yeah. I've been here the whole time.
Yes.
I've been here the whole time. I've been here the whole time.
Please tell me, please tell me if you heard J. Cole's The Cure, the verse he did on Lift Off from Watch the Throne. Put some verses in that shit. Put some lines in the chat for that shit. Let me know if you heard that.
And come up here and rap it.
Like, come on, bro.
Come up here and rap it. And I want to see you look at the camera.
Please tell me you know what losing my balance actually stands for. I'll wait.
I don't fall. Just get a grip, my nigga, and hold on. Losing my balance. I saw the video of her performing it before I heard the actual song. Like, come on, bro. Stop doing this, bro. Like, y'all be fighting losing battle trying to play out, like trying to pull our coats like that. Don't do that. It ain't no fucking type. It's not
understand type, and break down what the song Premeditated Murder means. Please come in the chat and tell me that.
It was a typo. I meant didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right.
I told my niggas that I'm what that nigga said, something in the deal, I be back. I'm coming with a deal and a plaque, cause I'm ill, bitch. They couldn't make a bill for the rap, pouring liquor for my niggas that was killed, selling back. Came home, shit is real, niggas still in the trap. Like, bro, like, come, like, and even if you did it by mistake, you just gave me an opportunity to show like that y'all niggas really just be saying shit, bro. And that's just like a Cole fan. I don't know if she a Cole fan. I don't know if she's a Cole fan, but
Oh no, man.
we got
Yeah.
like 50 minutes.
And if you're new here, please, I'm telling you, those are the moments Skip live for. Skip is the nigga that love. He is the Virgo ass nigga that love to teach some shit.
Yeah.
He loves the opportunity to be big petty. I'm telling you right now. Don't fuck like this nigga will go all fucking day. I have to be like, Skip, chill, bro. Skip, chill, bro. I'm telling you. So if y'all want to do that shit with Skip, look, granted, I know J. Cole music, but I can't like rap it verbatim like Skip can. Now, if you put the song on, yeah, I can rap it for sure, but I can't recall like that. Skip can. So Skip can go all day with this shit. But just to say that we are real fans of Cole, but just because we're critical of him now, that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, we never gave a fuck about him at any point in his career. But the fact that we did makes what we're doing now or saying now even more impactful.
Yeah.
Because we try to make this nigga stand on some shit and be accountable. And he's not doing that. At least not in a way that'll be beneficial. Like he's trying to do this false accountability shit, humble shit, and all you're doing is contradicting yourself in every interview.
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing is further proving that all the different personalities, like Jermaine, J. Cole, Jamaica, whatever, all these different thoughts and breath, they clash at each point all the fucking time. So, like, all you're doing is further proving the shit that we're saying.
Okay. So we kind of got a little far.
Yes,
so
accountability is not hate. Thank you.
I may have I got 50 minutes. So we're gonna run some of these clips.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to stay on this one. A lot of the clips I got were from okay, let's see. Hold on. Damn, it was a lot of from that Carmelo shit. I don't want to do that one. Okay, here we go. Speaking of accountability, let's pull up the interview. Let's pull up the talk with Flea. There is something from earlier on that I wanted to address. Since y'all kind of, since y'all kind of play with a nigga. Okay. I wanted to make sure we was in a good place before I pulled it up. Okay. So this is something that I want to discuss because this speaks to accountability. I'm gonna play this and then we'll stop and then we'll move further down because it's the only part from like the first half that I even want to talk about.
Yeah,
because I never talked about it. Right. What was your emotion when you see?
Yo, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like hurt, almost disappointed, like because I got so much respect for you, you know what I mean? And I look at you like I know you are as a stand-up person, you know what I mean? And so in my mind, I was like, nah, Cam, not you, like because even when you said like I was brushing you off, it's like you got to clarify for them what was happening was Cam did two things for me, and he did them bitches quick.
Mm-hmm.
When I wanted you on the 95 South intro, what you need? Boom, boom, I got you. I fuck with you. I don't even fuck with a lot of niggas. I fuck with you. Boom, boom, man, I appreciate that shit. Then when in the studio we did I'm Ready, we remade I'm Ready. I'm like, yo, we gotta get Cam on this. This shit'll be legendary. When I hit you for that, nigga came through damn near immediately. Like we just happened to be in New York same time. Verse in 15 minutes. You did not tell a lie when you said that.
Is that an Oakley hoodie, DJ?
I think so. Yeah. I was looking at that too.
That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to. Okay.
They can knock the verse out. I just went to the bathroom, damn near. You know what I mean? I walked in the other studio, holiday niggas. My engineer came in like, yo. You said what?
Corday was there.
He was there that day?
Yeah, he was there that day.
That's right.
Shout out to Corday too.
Yes, shout out to Corday. So so you did that shit quick as fuck. So mind you, as soon as you do the verse, in my mind, I'm like, I say, Cam, yo, let me get your lawyer info. Let me get your manager info.
Real quick to tap it. When I did my verse so quick, it's like, not saying stand.
Listen, when I'm listening,
it's your project though.
There you go. So I'm listening, almost afraid, like
you don't want to tell me.
I don't want to have to tell Cam like, yo, Cam, did you reapproach? So you know when you was leaving, you so cool, nigga smoking a black and mild on the couch. You know what I mean? Nigga knock his verse out, and then when you leaving, I said, yo, Cam, plan. So the last wild thing that happened to me, to answer your original question, which was how did I feel?
Right.
About a month before I'm not even gonna say this, around like August, September, or whatever the date was in the fall, I got a random text from you. And it was like some like,
okay, I can't find what I'm looking for. But basically what he was saying was, he said that he had a large amount of respect for Cameron and that he could have screamed on him and whoop and all of this shit. And then he said, well, I understand why you would feel like I was giving you the runaround. Like J. Cole doing a whole bunch of fucking talking. But like the clip got right to the point. And it was like, J. Cole, if you're aware of these things, he shouldn't have to run you down. If you know that you know that you putting him in a situation where he could feel like he getting a runaround.
Yeah.
So it's like, but you're feeling like he can't take it to the next level. Like there's something more that he needs to do. Like he got to continuously reach out to you over and over and over and over and over and over again for a period of years. But he's done something out of the ordinary or something so disrespectful by filing a lawsuit over a business matter. If that was the only way he could get you, he filed that lawsuit 3 minutes later, y'all talking to each other.
Yeah.
It seemed like that was the only way to get it to happen.
Right.
And granted, this is advantageous for J. Cole, but what we thought it was, because he's rolling his album out. But it's like the only way he could even get you to have discourse with him was to put it in paperwork.
Yeah.
And like he said, he was like, shit, nigga, I did this to get your attention. That means all of the other stuff was not working.
Yeah.
So my nigga, like, you can't feel a way about a nigga holding you accountable. Because in that interim, he also asked you for a verse. You ran to Cash Cobain and asked him to do a verse. You gave Cash Cobain a verse. Cash Cobain did not ask you for a verse.
Yeah.
You went out of your way to do that. Cam is waiting on a favor, and he gave you 2 options of repayment. You provided neither. You're in the, and then he was talking about, he said he got to be in the right frame of mind, yada, yada, yada. You were in album mode the whole time.
And doing a slew of features during that time as well. You still on your feature run when all this shit happened. So ain't no excuse, bro. You made time for what you wanted to make time for.
Exactly. And I can't say that it would have been easy for you to give Cam a verse, but you were in the position to give one. Like you're in album mode. You just got the new after the situation with 7 Minute Drill and all of that stuff. You say you got re-inspired. So you've had almost 2 years of re-inspiration. You couldn't give him a verse during that time when you was re-inspired, even though you was doing him like this the whole time. You couldn't give him a verse. You made Grippy. You gave A$AP Rocky a verse. You gave Tim's a verse. You gave Future a verse. Who? You gave Daylight a verse. Like, how many verses can you give niggas and like ignore the person who you kind of owe one to? If you can't give who?
T Grizzly.
That was in 2024. You gave T Grizzly a verse. Like, come on, bro. You gave a bunch of niggas verses in that time. Granted, you didn't do any interviews, but you were sitting down in interview format. You did the inevitable thing. Like, so you were operating in these pockets. So if you're operating in these pockets, bro, it shouldn't have been no issue. It should not have been an issue, bro.
And I hate how he frames like, when I write, it's such a process. I have to be in a frame of mind and I have to be in a certain space to write. But you just said you was re-inspired to make a whole nother half of the fall off, right? But yet in these interviews, you turn around and saying, you looking at us crazy because when you rap and you say you the best nigga alive or you the best rapper alive, you basically said we tripping on you saying what you saying in your raps. But according to you, you have to be such in a space to understand and put the lyrics together. It's so detailed. I had hesitation writing the fall off is inevitable because it was such so dense and I just need time. I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? All those things conflict with each other. Every one of those fucking statements, they make absolutely no sense. And the fact that, like you said, you gave all these verses to all these other niggas during this time frame, but you dubbing this nigga, like, come on, bro. Like, it don't make sense, bro. Nothing that he says makes sense. And in this part right here, he was kind of trying to push it back on Cam a little bit, because he was like, look, man, you should just let me pay you. Boom, 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 boom. So basically, you should let me pay you so I can get you all out the way, bro. Like, I wouldn't have to do none of this shit that you wanted me to do, or I shouldn't have owed you and all this other shit. You just would have let me pay you. And you just like, bro, if I fuck with you like this, and I'm telling you, we can do this without even having to get all this other shit involved because I respect you that much, I don't understand what the issue is here. Like, you don't have to go through legal documents. Well, you still got to go through legal documentation because the sample and all that other shit. But that's different. In terms of like just like direct payment, like to this nigga for his services on the shit that he did for you, he's even waiving that shit. As long as we doing like a swap, you know, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't ask for anything easier than that. Yeah. So the fact that you sit up here saying like, basically, because how I take it, like, nigga, you should just let me pay you, and I wouldn't have to worry about we would done none of this shit. We would be in a lawsuit because I would have paid you and got your ass out the way. I wouldn't have owed you anything else.
But then he also said, I would have paid you and did the favor.
So again, so what's the issue here? If you would have paid him and did the favor, why can't you just do the fucking favor? I don't understand.
And even if he paid him, he would have still been on the hook for the favor because he said he would have done it still.
So it's just like, there's no way really around your accountability in this scenario. And to my knowledge, unless these things were recorded in a different time, he said in this interview, the first person I'm going to see when I'm done with the fall off is Cam. So unless he recorded this episode before the Nadeska shit, you fell through on that shit too.
I wouldn't hold him super prisoner to that because he does kind of, I think he lives in North Carolina. So Nadeska was like an hour away. So he would have had to make real arrangements to get to New York. And he did a whole press tour in New York. So I do see what you mean. Like, if we're taking him to the letter of what he say, but logistically, it makes way more sense to operate this way. Get the down home one first, and then get on the road and hit New York and run all of those.
Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't know Nadeska was in North Carolina. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. I'll walk that with that.
Yeah, because they did the interview at 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she came to him and shot it there. And I think this whole thing with Cam is based off the Talk with Flea show. So it's about building the show. So he can't shoot the show off site because the branding ain't gonna be the same.
Right. So, yeah, he's at Revolt Studios and
Okay, so we about to move a little forward. So this is talking about the whole like that element. So so the fall off 2-6. Oh, okay. So what you think is the right thing to do? I'm gonna keep it very simple. Be honest.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do. Be honest. Like, nobody's trying to strip J. Cole's humanity from him. We just want him to be honest. That's the biggest thing. Like, because either J. Cole is lying to us, or he's lying to himself, or he's doing all of them together. That's the biggest thing. The nigga is lying.
Yeah.
That's it. This nigga is lying. That is it. And I think a lot of people are making it more than what it is. The nigga is lying, and he's catching himself in more lies the more he talk. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because this whole Cam shit, this issue with Cam is about him not being forthright. So much so that bro had to pull his coattail and try to and do a lawsuit because J. Cole isn't honoring his end of this arrangement. And J. Cole even feels after the lawsuit that somehow it's Cam's fault. That is a lack of accountability.
Right.
Nigga, even if I'm suing you, well, even if you're suing me, I'm going to tell you that you did too much suing me, even though I know why you sued me. What? Come on, bro. And then in one of the interviews, he was talking about I wanted to just do enough.
Yeah,
and the important part of that, and we won't go into it. He even trying to dictate what an appropriate response from Kendrick would be.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get to gauge that, bro? That's just more of this.
Yeah,
nigga. I can even understand why I did what I did, but I still have the ability to tell you how to respond. What? Hey,
and
we did first person shooter, went on tour. I'm not going to acknowledge that first person shooter could have been viewed as an act of aggression, whether it be just hip hop or whatever the case is. I'm not going to acknowledge that. Kendrick respond, boom, 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 boom. I craft 7-minute drill. I feel like I can dictate how the people are going to respond to that, and if Kendrick can survive it, and then I'm also going to delegate in my mind what an appropriate response from him would be. Come on, bro. That does not make sense, bro. It does not make sense. It does not make sense, bro.
And with this situation with Cam, the shit that bothered me the most about the Cam part of this shit, he was like, at one point, you know what? I had to realize Cam don't really know me like that. So I can understand maybe like from his perspective, how I could have been fucking, dubbing this nigga, or I could have been giving this nigga the runaround. But I had to understand like he don't really know me like the people that in my camp know me. You know what I'm saying? Like they know, people in my camp know I move how I move, whatever, but he don't know that. So I can understand how he may feel as though I was giving him the runaround. So I'm like, okay, at what point did you realize that? That's one. Two.
Hold it. We finna play this. Hold that. Yeah. Do me a favor. Hold that. Shout out to Reddy Bell. I've never seen you before. Much love with the $50 super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've never seen you before. Thank you. Y'all do W's and welcome Reddy Bell to the Dakota family of Reddy Bell decides to subscribe and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna go through a couple of these super chats, but hold on, DJ. Do not forget what you're saying, because you right on par with this. Because I think you were saying like, what was the point that he started to realize things?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold that. Let me, because we dumb behind with these. Okay. Hold on. Shit. I'm gonna try to do 10 and we're gonna get to this. And then we'll finish up. Shout out to Shy Nose, a member for 3 months. It's Jay-Z's. Hey bro, I gotta call you back. I'm streaming. All right, bet. Okay, that was is Jay-Z's fake essay related to Drake? PR? I didn't respond to it.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. We might need to reframe this question. So ask it again, Shy Knows. I'm not 100% sure if I understand that correctly. So I don't want to be your best.
I think I get it. I think if correct me if I'm wrong, Shy Knows. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Jalopy again. If we use the narrative of Drake working with the lady.
No. Okay, I get it. So are they saying that they were pushing the fake essay through the PR firm that Drake has as an attack to Hove? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because Drake and Hove had a little back and forth over years, and people swear up and down that Jay-Z is the ruler of all, and he want to get Drake out the paint, and he's trying to do all this shit. But yet he's going on interviews now, defending him in a sense. So it's like, it don't make sense. But back in the past, when they did have a little tit for tat through songs and all that, I mean, I could see, like I said, shout out to Jalopy again. I could see, if I subscribe to that train of thought, how that could be possible. Drake working with that PR firm, and anybody who he got issues with, he throw out a slander. I mean, a hate campaign or something to discredit them or make up some shit. Because that's why we never got an arrest record for Kendrick. We never had an interview, an officer interview, a conviction, court case, nothing about that situation with Kendrick and, his significant other, him beating on her. But of course, you got somebody working at the hotel or whatever that shit was, who apparently saw everything, and then she had to recant that shit, and she went into fucking hiding. You never had any proof that you can look up on the internet. You can look up down there anything on the internet and find that exact scenario on Kendrick. There's been no proof of that. So that's why I feel so that could be a possibility that was a slander campaign to get Kendrick out the paint. And I'm not going to be opposed to the thought that, you know what I'm saying, that could be one of those scenarios that, you know, that could have affected Jay-Z too. Who knows?
Yeah. And Moni did the knowledge on that. She went and pulled the.
I remember that. I remember that.
The girl was working at the ranch, and how could she have been working at these two places that were like 6 hours away, yada yada yada, during the same. Yeah. She did great with that. So if y'all want to go check that out, if anybody has the link to that video that Moni did, breaking down the whole Kendrick physical violence media takeout thing, go look that up. Go check out Jalape's 3-part series on the PR campaign and all that stuff. Is fantastic work. Shout out to P. Crawley, $2 super chat. COVID-24 still got them messed up. Facts. Shout out to D2B2, $10 super chat. The evidence is literally right there. They're sloppily trying to rewrite history, but everything is well documented, and we all were there to see and experience it in real time. That's a fact. It's no way to get around it. We're still experiencing it, and we're still experiencing ways from it. D2B2 doubling back, $20 super chat. I reiterate, J. Cole is a coward.
Facts.
Man, it's something. Something's in the water. Shout out to Demetrius. How did you find it? Shout out to Curtis King. Found it through him. Shout out to D2B2. Big Dog, $50 super chat. J. Cole doesn't want to kick a man while he's down, when that same man is on video kicking a woman while she was down. Cole is a coward and a misogynist. A lot of people had a lot of women, I'll say that, had a bit of a negative response to how he personified hip hop on I Love Her Again. I understand that there is a lineage of metaphorical misogyny with hip hop being personified as a woman. So I do get that. Cole isn't the first person to shoot if there's any male to be shot, but I can see where they're coming from with that for sure.
And not only that, whenever it's in reference to a woman, it's always my beat. You know what I'm saying? And he referenced that in the song. Even Kendrick, I'm gonna call out Kendrick. I love the song "Good Flirts," but it makes me cringe every time. Every time I hear him say, "I gossip," you know what I'm saying? Like I'm young thug too.
Yeah,
that makes me cringe every time he says that. I hate the fact that he said that. I really do.
Yeah, because in real life, I wouldn't refer to my woman like that. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So so I can understand how people may view the J. Cole song as an issue as well, because that's how he paints it, or hip or whatever. That's
the
narrative.
If we're talking about just searching the word being used in reference to a woman in those two songs, I see it. The context is completely different, and J. Cole goes different. He like the vagina loose, and she's a whore, and all of these things. Got OnlyFans. Like he's like kind of like really like going away from metaphorical and really like talking about, you know, really expressing it under the guise of it being a physical woman. So like, granted, we know it's still metaphorical, but like there are levels to that. So on his face, they both misrepresented women in a derogatory fashion. So yeah, we gonna stand on that. Let me see. Shout out to Marshall. But Kendrick is the controversial one in Cole's eyes, because we all have to be the hero in our story. And I think that's what Cole is trying to do. Like he's in his mind, he feels like he's repairing the like he got to sew his cape in front of us, or like show us his scars. But it's like, Cole, we didn't know. Like now you're telling us where the scar came from. So it's not as much about it's not about what you have, is why you got it. So you're giving us new information, and it's making us look at those scars differently. It's not just the fact that you have scars. The people who are your diehard fans are gonna be like, look, Cole is showing us that he has scars, but nigga like me, it's like, I been knew he had the scar. I'm curious why he got it, and what he did to get it, and what he did since he got it. I can see, we all can see that he's bleeding from right there. Shout out to educate you too, the $5 super sticker. Shout out to D2B2 doubling back $5 with the super chat. As Coach Hudson would say, everybody got a Coach Hudson, bro. You can't be double-minded and double-tongued. He's talking about folks exactly like Cole. Shout out to Cam, $5 super chat. J. Cole's an habitual overthinker. That's why he has so many answers for one question and never chooses the simplest route to make it easier on himself. And I think because the simplest answer gives the clearest road to intent.
He don't want to get it.
Exactly. You gotta go around it. That's why niggas double dutch. They want to show you how both feet move, even while staying still. That's why niggas double dutch, and that's what Cole is doing.
You want to show you how both feet move is crazy.
Exactly. And before you start double dutching, what do? You get in position and you start to move a little faster than you would normally because both feet are lifted and you're looking for the you're looking for the easiest point of entry to start to display your double dutching skills. That's what this is doing, bro. We just keep seeing his feet get tangled up in the ropes, and it's like, damn, Cole. Like I thought, shit crazy. Shout out to D2B2, $10 super chat. And this is why Nas considers Kendrick the North Star and not Cole. Cole is extremely inconsistent, and he even leads himself astray. Facts. Shout out to Down in Dixie. We read this one. Shout out to you, though. $5 super chat. Shout out to Joe Blacko. Joe Blacko 5 with the $5 super chat. Cole got his core fans looking like Lil Russell's mama trying to defend all of this. Exactly. It's like, bro, sometimes if you just admit that a nigga is out of pocket, you can go back. Like you save yourself a lot of narrative wizardry and mental gymnastics. You'll be like, all right, my nigga or my girl, she fucked up. She tripped. Cause y'all make it worse the more y'all build the hill. So when somebody gets an opportunity to break it down, it's like, damn, bro, like look how far y'all went to try to, like, y'all thought y'all was making them bulletproof. But what y'all did was y'all pulled out guns and pointed it at J. Cole and was like, if I shoot him right now, he ain't gonna fall because he bulletproof. Now, instead of one gun or two guns being pointed at J. Cole, it's 100 guns and they all ready to shoot to verify that he's bulletproof. And what y'all do? We just watching y'all kill him in real time. And all we wanted to say is, hey, bro, that vest's not bulletproof. That's all we wanted to say. But y'all willing to kill him or make him look way worse to prove a point when you didn't have to. Imagine if we went on a tirade talking about Kendrick is walking in the image of Jesus Christ, trying to defend how people feel about him bearing the crown of thorns on Mr. Morale. I understand that that's gonna be split. People gonna feel a way about that. I get it. Get it. It's a lot of Christian people who probably feel a way about him talking with Eckhart and some of those New Earth beliefs. I'm not finna argue that with you. I'm telling you that Kendrick is standing on what he's experiencing in his real life. And he's standing on it. That's the point. Right or wrong, he's standing on how he believes. People are gonna have disagreements. Me and DJ don't agree all the time, but would I respect DJ if every time I told him I disagree with something he said and he was like, you know what, Skip, I agree with you. No. I much rather prefer when he be like, Skip, I fuck with you, bro, but you are tripping. Because I know at that point that DJ feels how he feels. A lot of people was in the comments of the Cole reaction are like, bro, why they both don't agree or why they both having opposing thoughts, nigga, because we not the same person.
If
y'all wanted us to be the same, nigga, pay us $1,000 and we can fuse and become Skip Didge or some shit. Like we can be one person.
Skip Didge is crazy.
We're two different people. We're gonna have two different perspectives. Go ahead.
But also too in the reaction when I was looking through the comments, whenever it's something that they didn't agree with about Cole, DJ can't even really be himself because the other dude, they don't never say your name. They don't say the other dude, you know what I'm saying? He can't even, DJ can't even enjoy the song for him because the other dude doing too much. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
DJ is still enjoying the song.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like, bro, like we can have opposite reactions simultaneously. Because DJ was like, no, I like that song. I'm like, I don't. And DJ like, okay, let's go to the next song then. Like, Come on, we don't have to agree. And that's the beauty about it. That's why it's two people. And that's why people be like, bro, I fuck with you, Skip. I really love what you're doing when DJ not here. I would love to have DJ here. Because they want what DJ has to offer. If it was just one of us, or if we were just homogenous all the time, it wouldn't have the same effect. Like, come on, guys. Shout out to D2B2, doubling back $5 super chat. Cook had to. Shout out to T-Mac, $20 super chat. You're on one, Skip. Let's play the game. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna go to this video before I spin, and then we'll come back and clean those up. Let's see.
So, do you want me going to the point now, or you want to wait till this?
Wait till we stop. We'll introduce it. No. I need to play it and make sure, and then introduce it, and I'll let you run.
Like, so I'm like, damn, did something happen? Did I do something? Did I say something? Boom, boom. Like, I'm confused almost, like not knowing what songs would be, only knowing what somebody, you know how this shit go. You send your shit to Spotify or something, and then somebody at Spotify listened to the shit early, then they send a message to somebody. Somehow somebody knew, and it got out, and then it made its way to me.
Gotcha.
So an hour or two before, mind you, I go to sleep. I sleep by motherfucking 10 o'clock most nights, 9:30, damn near. So now I'm like, oh shit, let me stay up and hear what this is. You know what I mean? So I listen to it, and I have two first reactions. My first reaction is, that shit is hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard ass verse, undeniably. The beat crazy, the song is ill, and I'm like, he went crazy. That's my first reaction. Because I don't know what I'm listening for. You know what I mean? I'm like, that shit's tough.
Right.
My second reaction is, not now, nigga.
Right.
My second reaction is like it's no, nigga. This is inconvenient for me. And can I explain to you why?
Absolutely.
This is gonna be long-winded, but let me explain to you.
Take your time. That's why we're here.
Right at that time, I had just got off tour with Drake. I had went on tour with Drake. We did that. And I had Might Delete Later in the Chamber, which was the project that you on as a mixtape.
Right.
And then I had to Fall Off finished. I probably had to tweak a couple mixes, boom, 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 but I had this album finished, the Fall Off, right?
Right.
So, but my Not Now, it was based off of that, but let me tell you something else. At that time, I had been working on the Fall Off, which was done. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and by the way, that somebody leaked it. I know who leaked it and who said it. You know what I mean? But it's cool. He put it out there. It's like, yo, he was on 2 joints.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the album. You know what I mean? Like, and on my mind, I'm like,
meaning Kendrick.
Yes.
Right.
Got 2 joints. So I'm just trying to paint the full picture of my state.
Take your time.
So in my mind, I'm like, oh, nigga, I've been working so long on this.
Okay. Not yet, because your point ain't got here yet. Furry B said fusion, earrings, or the dance. We definitely got to do the dance.
Yeah, I do the dance. Yeah.
Okay, so the point that you're trying to get to, I think, is with 7-minute drill. But the point I want to make real quick, and I'm just say this in a sentence. This is more of the lack of accountability portion building off early in the conversation. It's like, damn, like, why can't you say it when it's good for me? Like, he go again trying to dictate how niggas respond. Now let's go to the 7-minute drill portion.
Well, no,
go ahead.
I was talking about with him and Cam, because like it was a portion in the Cam section where he was like, I had to realize that Cam don't really know me like that. You know what I'm saying? So from his perspective, he coming from a different cloth, a different era. I could kind of see how he may think I'm giving him the runaround, even though the people in my camp know who I am and how I do things, my process, but he may not know that. You know what I'm saying? So like my thing with that is like, okay, so you came to that realization. That's fantastic. But at what point did you realize that you was giving this nigga the runaround? And why didn't you make it right sooner? What took you so long? Like, why did it take for the lawsuit to hit you for it to be like, damn, let me make this shit right? You know what I'm saying? Because this has been an ongoing thing for at least 2 to 3 years now. So at what point did you come to that realization? And if you're such a stand-up person, you respect Cam the way you respect him, why didn't you make it right sooner? Why you just not making it right now?
Is that rhetorical? Or do you want me to answer that?
You can answer.
I'm trying to build a trap so I can be away from those sticker jokers so I don't get scared of them. I'm scared.
Okay, bro.
Hey,
I'm gonna help you fix it. Okay?
It's 685 in the chat. Hit the like button. I don't know where we at likewise, but let's get us at least to the next 100. If not, fuck it. Get us to 500. Wherever we at, get us to 500. If we over 500 likes, get us to 600. If we over 600, get us to 600. Fuck it. Get us to 1,000. Wherever we at. We got probably like 30 minutes before we got to bounce. But to answer your question, DJ, because I didn't want to talk while Kobe was talking to you. But the answer is because now it's at his door. He can't ignore it now. That's the only reason he responded. We at 428. Get it to 500, please. Get it to 500, like right now, please. As a matter of fact, get it to 550. Go on, run that up. But yeah, the same thing with the like that and with the lawsuit. Now he can't dictate terms anymore. He has to respond. On the cam perspective, now it's a legal issue. You have to respond. And now with this, with the like that, now you're feeling pressure from whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to respond to this because by your words, you're feeling like the fall off isn't going to be properly received if you don't respond.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is true. That's true.
Yeah.
Like we was go like, yeah, you dropping out, but nigga, did you hear what Kendrick just said? Like, yeah, we was gonna have it. I agree with him on that. That was gonna be a thing. However, my issue is if you truly did not feel no type of way, if you did not feel so like that was a shot at you, or you didn't feel so that was a diss, and you fuck with that nigga the way you fuck with him, like y'all rock with each other, y'all on good terms, things like that, there should be nothing that the internet can do to make you do anything. There is no form of peer pressure that would make me speak out against Skip. Because I know our relationship, I know how we rock. And if it is an issue, I'm coming to him directly to address it. I'm not going to let somebody in the comments gas me up to make a video addressing some shit that me and you had a problem with or something like that. Because that's essentially what he did. And I'm just like, and even if you do address it in some format, you can address it, keep it rap like we wanted to. It didn't have to get disrespectful. You didn't have to go all crazy and none of it. Keep it rap if y'all relationship is what it is. That's why Kendrick said multiple times throughout the beef, please let me know what y'all saying. Please let me know if y'all my real friends. Let me know so I can know what I need to do. So if the relationship was as good as you said it was, there should have been nothing that the internet or Drake or anybody else could make you do to go outside of your element and respond the way that you did. And I still feel so at the end of the day, if 7 Minute Drill was received great and everybody loved it, that shit would still be on the fall off. He would have that shit would have rolled, that would have played into his rollout. After Might Delete Later drop, he would have did the podcast series because he said that the fall off was supposed to come like 2 months after that. So go ahead, do your podcast for them 6 to 8 weeks or whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Fall off drop. That was the whole rollout plan of that point. You adjusted your rollout with 7 Minute Drill, and you wanted to fall into the fall off, literally. And like you were saying, Skip, he was able to go into it saying just enough to get niggas off, but not truly respond to the direct shit that Kendrick was saying, because he never would have thought that Kendrick was going to respond as quick as he did. So he can fall off and saying that he addressed shit and go off into the sunset as the nigga that won the almost fight. And like, that's when you said that shit, and when he confirmed it, I was like, my nigga Skip is a genius, bro. I was like, the fuck? Like, yes, nigga. So
it's really sad, bro. Like when you think about it, because like I was telling T yesterday, I was like, bro, I wish that video that we did the night he apologized, like what we did with Jill, I wish that shit would have came out, bro. Like, cause to this day, I'd be referencing it. I'm like, bro, like, it's not that niggas got a dislike for Cole. It's just, we just looking at him and seeing, we're seeing inconsistency, bro. And it's like now a lot of those inconsistencies that we were saying that he has, they're coming out by his own word. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I did the whole theory about the, everybody be calling nigga trying to stream, but yeah, we got that. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get us up. we got like 20 minutes. Okay, let's move forward. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about like that?
What happened to them Kendrick songs? That's what I want to know. Because if y'all still in a good place, it is no beef between y'all. Why the songs to stay on the fall off? I wonder.
Kendrick ain't clear them hoes.
Because he don't rock with you, nigga.
Kendrick ain't clear them hoes. What do you mean?
Because he see your ass being a flip flop and you not being real. So yeah, ain't clearing them shits.
Okay, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Good. Right. And then one night I was in the Bahamas, me and T Minus, a studio out there. I'm just like, yo, fuck it. That's why it's called 7-minute drill. Me and him do these things called 7-minute drills. When I got writer's block or something, I'll do it. My whole goal is like, yo, write a rhyme in 7 minutes.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck if it's good or not.
Good or not. Okay.
And I have him, the producer, just to get the room going and the energy going, make a beat in 7 minutes. You can't overthink it. You can't just make the beat in 7 minutes. Nigga, you ain't got time to be figuring out your sounds. Just practice.
Yeah.
So he started the beat.
I like that. That's good practice.
That's how I you give Cam a 7-minute verse then? If you had these writing drills and y'all could come up with shit in 7 minutes, boom, 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 boom. Why you ain't get Cam a verse already, bro? It's been 3 years, bro. I didn't realize 7 minutes in 3 years is the same amount of time. That's kind of crazy to me. Like that shit kind of weird, but okay.
You know how many 7-minute drills you can have in a 24-hour day? You can have 8 7-minute drills every hour. You can have, I don't want to fuck the math up. They're gonna think I'm stupid. But if you can have 8 an hour, that's 160. You can have almost 200 7-minute drills in one day. I won't extend that to a year, but it's just like, come on, bro. J. Cole, you could have found 7 minutes, bro.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
Nigga, you could have found an hour to do 7 7-minute drills just to make sure you got the song right or the verse right.
Yeah, it could have been a 7-minute phone call to address to let this nigga know, like, hey, bro, I can't do this, but I can do this or something. You've been dubbing this nigga for years, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
Shout out to Sissa 96. Member for 7 months. Thank you. If it's 7 minutes, you took the right there. It means these are thoughts that are fresh on your mind, intrusive thoughts. Interesting. Does that mean you, like he said, he not overthinking it? He getting right to it.
Yep.
So you sitting down, my word, PWC, got a cold word, I got a heat under the sea, and then attention, he wants that attention, and come with extension. My dog, I said the word. He like, ooh, we cooking. You wrote 2 verses in 7 minutes, Cole? Or are you using the whole 7-minute drill to make it look like this is what I was able to do in 7 minutes? And this is the thing I was talking about earlier. They use this marketing shit to make the things Cole does, or the things that Cole, the grammar English is fucking me up right now. The things that Cole has accomplished, or the things that Cole puts out into the world, they use marketing and these different interpretations of certain language to make it appear more than what it is. And that's perfectly fine. That's marketing. It's just when it comes into conflict, we're able to see that and call that. So the 7 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, Cole got in the lab and cooked that up in 7 minutes. So that makes it seem like, oh, bro, just think about what he could have did with 30 minutes. He would have really killed Kendrick. But then on the back end, it's like, oh, these thoughts came to you in 7 minutes. So what mind frame were you in to craft this? Were you really talking crazy about your mans in 7 minutes? I couldn't write no diss verse. I couldn't even come up with 8 bars against somebody that I'm fucking with to try to make it something in 7 minutes. Fuck it. Exactly. Multiply. I couldn't do that in 30 minutes. Cause now I have to find a point to attack from. And then I have to expound on that point. So like, granted, he get on wax and sound like he's not, you know, he not saying it with his chest, but you wrote it with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did you get those bars, Cole? Where did they come from? And for you to write it in 7 minutes, it had to come from somewhere quick.
Well, see, and that's the thing I was going to address if we were to get to the Carmelo shit, because he kind of addresses that same thought process that we talk about. So, I mean, if we have time, we can address it. And I got that shit written down.
I got
full of shit. But go ahead.
Yeah. Cause I wanted to do like one stream with this and then another stream with the other one. and I'll be back. I think I'll be back from his practice. Maybe like I'll probably be able to go on, but maybe like 6:30. And we can get straight to that. But let me see. Let me play this.
Right. Sharp. Just giving myself little drills to go through to stay sharp. So on one of them nights, he started cooking up. And all right, you did your 7 minutes. Let me do my 7 minutes.
Right.
And the whole point of 7 minutes is like, yo, you can't overthink it. Just let it come, boom, boom. And that's when I start writing the song that became like 7 minute drill. Which in my mind, as I'm writing it, what I had already kind of subscribed to myself is like, all right, this is what I do.
Right.
Like this, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm worried about what the world gonna say, which is embarrassing to say out loud, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like at that time, because I'm fearful that this thing that I'm working on for so long will go unappreciated if I don't.
Okay, real quick. This is something else I said. Say the last week before the interviews ever came out. I said, J. Cole, the plot device of 7 minute drill was to redirect the narrative. He wanted to redirect the narrative and pull the energy from like that and alchemize that towards the fall off. So the goal was on some equal and opposite energy type shit with like that. I take all of that energy, I grab it, I harness it into 7 minute drill. I make it like a closed statement. I'm not even inviting a response. So I do that. I go into Dreamville. I probably don't even perform the song. The energy from it goes into 7 minute drill. I mean, goes into Dreamville Fest, which is celebrating Might Delete Later. I immediately go into rollout mode. The inevitable podcast that comes out. That rolls into Diss 2. Well, Diss 2 track 2 probably doesn't exist, but that tagline always existed. The fall off is inevitable tagline always existed, which is why the podcast was named Inevitable.
Yeah.
So you do that, boom, you get into that, you drop the fall off. He was able to be a nuclear deterrent or come across as a nuclear deterrent with 7 minute drill to get Kendrick not to respond. So now public sentiment is Cole dropped something and got Kendrick to back away.
Yeah.
That happens. The energy that J. Cole then feels, I out-rapped Drake on First Person Shooter, cleaned him up, out-rapped him again on Evil Ways, cleaned him up. Beef time comes, quote unquote. I drop something. Kendrick don't even respond. Like I said something that was impactful enough to create public discourse of people agreeing, but then also to make the nigga who supposed to be the boogeyman back down. And then I stand on hip hop as the supreme leader, which is what I said at the Port Antonio. And then he goes into the release of the fall off. He gets celebrated and he disappears. That was the goal. That's what 7 minute drill was for, to change the narrative so he could peacefully release what's the name. And that's why he didn't invite. That's why he kept saying, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is a warning shot to bad niggas down. He was doing all of that, hoping Kendrick would not respond and hoping that would be the door would close from the public perception. But what he didn't realize is it kicked the door open. And that's why he backed down, because he didn't want to kick the door open. He wanted to close it. And that's what fucked up.
And they was still expecting Kendrick to write slow or don't respond, because they dropped First Person Shooter. It was like what, October or November of the previous year. Something like that.
I think it might have been September actually.
Okay, because I know For All the Dogs came out like around that time, like shortly after that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then Like That came out in what was it, March or April of the next year?
In March. It came out in March.
Okay. So those couple months right there, even if they was expecting that much of a time frame, that's enough to where like the narrative can die down or the narrative can build in a different way to where it can steamroll into something against Kendrick. So they wouldn't expect him to respond in the time frame that he responded in. And by the time they was thinking he would respond, the fall-off would have came out by that point. He's well into his retirement. So if Kendrick responds now, after the fallout comes out, and he's in his retirement, now he's being looked at as a bully. Or now he's being looked at as like, you waited too late. Don't nobody care about what you got to say no more. He already cleaned you up. Like, letting the narrative build. That's the same thing Drake was trying to do to him as well. Letting the narratives win out versus actually putting in the work to go against this nigga. And that's what they wanted. And yeah, clearly Kendrick went on that fucking time. Like, I'm ready for y'all right now. Let's go. Right fucking out. That's why J. Cole was like, damn, not now, nigga. This is an inconvenience. You damn right it is, nigga. For the both of y'all.
But that's what happens when you talk shit about niggas. You can't dictate when they fire back. Like, it's like, nah, bro. Like, and for him, and I don't know if he knows this in real life. And also, and this was one point he said too. They was asking, somebody asked that he talked to him, and he was like, he talked to him after the fact.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, he talked to
Ain't
both of them.
Ain't no way you heard like that and don't know that first person shooter was the catalyst for it. Fuck sneak dissing. First person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. These niggas talking out of their neck, coughing out of their mouth. Like, he's already grouping you two together. You know where it's coming from.
Right.
He's putting you two together. So it's not like he's dissing you two separately. I'm dissing you two as a collective. So it's like, okay, when were we together? On tour. We made a song together. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Is that what he talking about? Fuck sneak dissing. First person shooter. Oh, he's got an issue with first person shooter. How do you not call him, or not even call? How do you have a conversation with him and first person shooter doesn't come up? And how do you not understand after that, listening to the song, that first person shooter is not a part of the issue? So like, he's leaving out important shit, because if he includes first person shooter, it realigns the narrative that them niggas can be perceived as antagonists.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. If like how they keep saying, oh, he popped out of control, da 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 da. They leave out Jodeci Freestyle because it paints them as antagonists. These sensitive ass personas that they have, that they showcase in their raps. I ain't gonna call them sensitive, but these sensitive personas that they showcase in their raps operated first as antagonists. When Kendrick has responded to these niggas in particular, it has been by the method of response, not him acting out. So they just keep making it seem like, bro, I don't know why Kendrick made control. I don't know why he did like that. I don't know why he hates us so much. Nigga, y'all put points on the board first. So
then on top of that, if y'all did talk after that shit, is no reason. If y'all was able to talk and come to a resolution or whatever that talk was, you make poor Antonio right after that. Come on, bro. Make it make sense, because in that song, you're separating yourself from the both of them, making you seem like you're of high moral value. You're putting yourself on a high moral standard above them, critiquing the shit from a revisionist standpoint. In hindsight, is no way you put that song out. Like, I don't understand why people don't why y'all don't see this shit. I know why, because y'all choose not to see this shit. Y'all want something to be real, or y'all want something to be what it is so fucking bad that y'all take all objectivity off the board. Yeah, y'all won't be real about the shit. Like, it's no reason for that song to exist if you talk to both Drake and Kendrick about the shit that happened. There's no reason why that song should exist at all. Especially if your apology was what it was, and that's what you, according to what he said in these interviews, that's you publicly making shit right to the world. You went on your biggest platform, your biggest stage, and apologized to the world, or to Kendrick in front of the world. That should be enough, right? Right? It's not, though, because it's performative. Performative as fuck. That's why you didn't it's so much about this nigga that it just made me come to a realization, bro. I don't really like dude. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't. Not like I thought I did. I don't like dude. So y'all stands, if y'all want to clip that part up, that's fine. Because I can stand on this shit. And I got examples as to why I feel the way I do. But ultimately, if I ever met this nigga in real life, I wouldn't want to talk to this nigga, bro. He would be gaslighting me all the fucking time. And I don't do well with that. I don't.
You don't. You don't.
I don't do well with that shit. And all these interviews is how to gaslight 101. I'm gonna teach you how to stunt. I'm gonna teach you how to gaslight. That's what the fuck this nigga doing the whole fucking time. He's taking inspiration from all these other niggas and not realizing that, like, for like 50 Cent, that's why I made the how to stunt reference, for example. The antics don't work no more, bro. That shit got played out musically for him. That nigga fell off a goddamn cliff musically. That's why he pivoted into some other shit. Because the music was not popping no more. The bully narrative, the bully antics didn't work no more. Okay? So you try to take those examples from them type of niggas? Because he referenced 50 Cent in his interview. That's why I'm bringing him up. He said the shit, not me. He said, I'm only addressing what he said. I've seen all these fucking interviews. So that's how I know I can pull the shit that I'm pulling from. I've watched them all.
Yeah.
So Port Antonio should not exist, is what I'm saying. And we've been saying this shit for the longest time.
Yeah. That destroyed the veneer of honesty from the apology. And one thing I see a lot of Cole fans say, which is why the comparisons come, especially in the last 2 years. J. Cole is who y'all think Kendrick is.
Wow. I hope not.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I hope not.
J. Cole is really who y'all think Kendrick is.
Right.
It's honest, fake deep, hiding behind the guise of duality, but really double talking and being secretive and conniving and jealous. All of these things are closer to a character assessment of J. Cole. And it's not because we're imagining these things. J. Cole is saying these things. So when you go back and listen to Heaven's EP, if you listen to that under the guise of what he's giving you now, that is jealousy with a bow tie on it.
Yes.
He tries to make people feel bad for observing the success of other people.
Yes.
What that the only way that can be described, if not jealousy, is envy. If it's not jealousy, it's envy. And while jealousy and envy are human emotions, we all have the ability to be jealous and envious. He keep making it seem like he's not. And us observing what he's saying, what he's writing, what he's putting out into the world, and observing the inconsistencies in those is not a crime. That nigga is jealous.
I guess they threw me a third. They threw the bronze to me. Drake,
nigga, you earned it.
Niggas are superstars to me.
What?
Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Bro, that is not real positivity, bro. That is not real positivity. You are pitting yourself in a position to make people feel bad for you and make it seem like, because then you get on other songs and it's like, yeah, I would be bigger if it weren't for all the theatrics. So which one is it? Are they really superstars, or are you mad because you feel like they're doing something that is beneath you to do to get to that level? Which one is it? And I feel like I understand which one it is because I heard Port Antonio. I already know. I feel like I know which one it is because I heard 7 Minute Drill. I already know which one. You leave breadcrumbs. You're not convicted enough to say these things and stand on them. So you leave breadcrumbs for people to find. And all we got to do is listen hard enough, listen accurately enough. We can find this what they call jigsaw puzzle of your character, and we can put it together. It take a little while. It does.
Yeah.
It took a little while to put it together, but once you start to put that shit together, you like, damn, you got 450 pieces of the 1,000 pieces. You like, damn, I can kind of see the picture now. So now you can start grabbing 3-4 puzzle pieces at a time and putting them together because you understand where they go and you see the big picture. You just don't have all the dots connected yet. No pun intended. We just don't have all the dots connected. This nigga's a cold piece of work. No pun intended.
Wow.
For real.
Wow.
Bro, when you really think about all of these things, he's putting it on. He put it on Front Street. He's putting it on Front Street, bro. Hit the like button. We got 700 in the chat. Hit the like button, bro. I'm almost finna be like, hey, babe, you got to take him to school. We doing something.
Yeah.
We're doing something. But we see it, bro. We see it. He's putting it all on the table, but he's scattering it across the table. So it's like, okay, if you take everything in a vacuum, it's not nothing wrong with what he's saying half the time. But when you start putting it together, you start compiling the pieces. Like, hold on, whoa. Just like, I was listening to this, I was like, are you shooting it? Are you shooting at Drake and Kendrick? And then you go to the what's the name of one of the clips. He's like, yeah, man, I feel like Dale Curry watching my two sons compete in the finals. Nigga, what? And Jake and DJ, What did I say that he sounded like he was acting like in Port Antonio on that verse? He sounded like somebody of a higher position. Yes. And here he goes with this analogy as one of the most prolific thinkers and writers of our time. But you come with a father-son analogy? Come on, bro. It's no way you're not thinking of this shit, bro. Like you.
And then in that scenario, who is Steph and who is Seth?
Oh my God. Questions that need answers.
Come on now. Come on now.
That need answers. But I already know who he thinks Steph is.
Who is Steph and who is Seth?
I already know.
Questions that need answers. All I will say, man.
I already know. I already know. Whatever he said at the end of Port Antonio told me who he thinks Steph Curry is. He already told me. It already told me. How ironic. Now I got to want something with me. Well, that's a 7-minute drill, but then he say, winning the thoughts, winning the time, winning the top, and shit. It's like, bro, you really on that nigga nuts, bro.
And that ain't no shot to Self, because Self is actually a solid NBA player in terms of his role and what he can do on the court. He is solid. He's always been that. He's just never been as big as his brother. That's all.
Yeah, Steph Curry is Steph Curry. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But with the whole aspect of looking at that analogy, and it's like, bro, like my two sons, bro, like I'm conflicted. Why you couldn't say I feel like I'm Steph and Seth brother, and I'm watching both of my brothers go at it. You did that Dale Curry shit on purpose. Yeah. And even if you did, even if it was a Freudian slip, why can't you say I feel like Derek Curry watching Jordan and fucking Charles Barkley go at it in the finals? Why couldn't it be why wasn't Pierce never on your mind while you was building that analogy? You feel what I'm saying? Especially with all of the pre-existing information that we have.
And then I'm like, okay, so even if you put that analogy up, right, to paint the type of pain you would feel of having the, the confrontation of choosing or being happy for one or the other. Like, if that's because that's all that J. Cole is about now. It's just conveying emotion. Don't give a damn. Don't care about what he's actually saying. Don't care about what he's writing. You just get the feeling, right? Get the feeling. So if that's the feeling that he's trying to give us, it's still much better examples you could have gave. You know what I'm saying? Than a father-son analogy. That's insane to me. Now, of course, we gonna have people in the comments like, y'all reaching, y'all just hating, y'all know what he meant. No, I don't know what he meant. Explain it, please.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Let me know. Because what you're gonna do to get the point across, you're going to have to reach, because you're gonna have to go outside of what he said.
Yes.
We're going off exactly what he said. When I refer to J. Cole, when I'm looking at him from a certain perspective, I'm referencing lyrics. And now this nigga is going, the lyrics is catching up to him so much, he telling y'all, bro, I be lying.
Yes.
Telling you to defend himself from the growing momentum of dissension from or dissent from his lyrics. He's telling you he's lying. My initial point from the very beginning, before he apologized, was J. Cole be lying. I've been knew this. For it to get look how far it had to get for him to tell us, I be lying, bro.
Yeah.
Be capping in my rap, bro. But this is mega authentic. He's a liar.
Yes, and he get mad at us for believing or analyzing the shit that he say. Like, why y'all thinking that deep into what I'm saying? I just said it. You know what I'm saying? I just said it. I just said it. That's all. I don't mean shit. So why should we consider you one of the greatest lyricists of all time if everything you say don't mean shit?
But DJ, this is also the same person who said, hey, stop reviewing my music after one listen. You really got to listen to it and pay proper.
Oh my God.
Come on, bro. How do you want me to listen to it? But when I start to have questions from it, I'm hating or I'm not loving it like you wanted me to. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, fam. You're putting me as an objective listener in a crazy place. Like, I promise y'all, and I've said this before, and for the lingering cold people who still in here, bro, if the fact that he's lying came before any connection to Kendrick. Like,
right.
And it's not that he's lying. Like, it's like, okay, this gonna make Kendrick better that J. Cole's lying. No, this just means J. Cole is lying. Why can't he just, like, y'all want everything else to be in a vacuum? But when I say J. Cole is lying, why does it have to have anything to do with Dot? No, J. Cole is a liar. That's it. J. Cole is lying, and J. Cole admitted that he's lying. Why can't it just be that, bro? Like, and how did I get to J. Cole is lying? I'm listening to his music. Me and DJ listening to his music, talking about his music. Boom, boom, boom.
Bro, please pull up that super chat from D2, bro. Please. The last one he just did, bro.
Shout out to D2B2, $5 super chat. But I thought that Cole wasn't as comfortable as other rappers were. Like,
that's the part I really wanted. I wanted to address all of Johnny P's Caddy, bro. Cause that nigga cap, bro. You know how I felt about that verse, bro, when it came out. You know how I felt. You remember when I told like, bro, that might be the best shit Cole ever fucking wrote, bro. That was my favorite song that year it came out, bro. You know how I felt about that shit. And now looking at this shit now with the bullshit that he's saying that don't believe none of the shit I say is all cap. Nigga, what? How could you be such a hypocrite saying that everything I'm saying is cap, but yeah, you got lines like this?
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Robin with the 2 big dog super chats via Cash App. Shout out to Robin. Real quick, y'all. I'm sorry. I was telling y'all I gotta go. I got 6 minutes, and then I gotta take my son to practice, and he's ready to go. So we're gonna finish this. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna like close the stream out, and we'll be back later on this evening. If DJ can get in for a couple minutes before he gotta go to work, he will. But if not, DJ came on for way longer than I thought he was gonna be able to. So before y'all go, make sure y'all put the W's to DJ, because this is in between shifts on his second job. So I'm telling y'all, we be doing real life shit. Put W's in the chat for DJ, please, please, please. And I'm gonna stop doing them because I don't know if people can hear me, but
I heard it.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave this up, and we're gonna start back from here. Start back from here. If DJ, if you able, I'm gonna send you the link. If you're able to jump on, cool. But let me read these super chats. And then we're gonna get out of here. I'm sorry that we gotta stop so abrupt, but y'all know we normally do 5-hour streams, so trying to get that condensed into 2.5 hours is hard. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this is where we stop. D2B2, $5 super chat. As Nas said to 50 shillings, I say to cold sores, don't bother yourself. I was gonna kill a couple miners, but they did it to themselves. Look at all the coal miners. They didn't even need my help. Like they literally was gonna do it. Like for real, they are making it harder for themselves, bro. Like it'd be so weird. Like, cause I know it stands everywhere. It stands everywhere. And they was talking about it on Culture United. Or was it? It might have been Jay Nolan. I don't know who it was, but somebody was talking about stands, and they were saying like the first stands, yada yada yada. I'm like, bro, Eminem stands exist. Like they are some of the forefathers. Like that's where the term stand came from. You feel what I'm saying? So like we gotta include the Eminem stands, bro. Like they make it racial without you even doing it. 2 black men reacting to a white man rapping is cause for racial upheaval in the comments because we didn't think he's the greatest person of all time. It's crazy work. That's stand them too. Shout out to It's Just 20 with the $2 super chat. It was a typo. I meant did, not didn't. Thank you. You gave me an opportunity to show whoever was in here that I really be tapped in the code. Or was at a certain point. In case y'all forgot, Hip Hop Live says, shout out to Retha with the $5 super chat. Shout out to just again, $5 super chat. I'm not new here. Go back to early 2024. My comments are all over the videos. That was my point. Keep proving that y'all knew the music pre the fall. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for clarifying what you meant. Because I'm sure you probably had a hard time in the chat from how that was perceived. Shout out to Demetrius, $5 super chat. He even said you could have just texted me at one point in this ramble. Like, what, nigga? What was I doing? And he also confirmed in multiple interviews that the fall off was gonna drop in June, which would have been 2 months after April. So that further verifies the theory that I had. before these interviews started to roll out. Shout out to
you talk about Cam. Cam could have just texted him instead of the lawsuit. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Can we agree that Cam lawsuit plus Cole equals premeditated promo? I still don't agree with that. I think Cam. No, I think promo. No, but I think it forced whenever Cole was coming outside that he had to come see Cam.
Yeah.
So if you're correlating it to that, then yes. But like I think he just forced J. Cole's hand. I do think that. And he made Cole stand on his word. So that's what I will say. Shout out to Reddy Bell again. Thank you.
Crazy.
Shout out to Eyes on the Sky One, $5 super chat. Cole told his fans it was their fault for believing he was the best, and they're out here defending him. Crazy work. And he's also, we're gonna talk about this on the next stream later on this evening, that he weaponized how fans and the culture felt to make us seem like we are bad for the consumption and discourse of music. Crazy, but I'm gonna be able to get into that longer form later. We finna go. You got your shoes on? Huh? Okay. What you? Okay, let me finish these. We gotta go. Okay, we did that one. Shout out to Tamila. 7-minute drill is Cole's real feelings about Kendrick. I still believe that to this day. Shout out to Michael Red 30, $10 super chat. Kendrick is Seth and Steph's grandfather. Cole is insecure, is an insecure, emotionally immature fake dude. The sooner he deals with his emotional issues, the better. Shout out to her. Diddy, I3L, new member. Thank you. Go check out the Road to 100 series. Shout out to D2B2, but we read that one. Shout out to Roomies Roomy with the 25. I'm not sure where Sorry is. I'll look that currency exchange up and get back. What was Cole trying to say on Snow on the Bluff? Same logic as these interviews. I ain't heard that song in so long, man. I don't even know. DJ, you know,
I don't read, bro. Like, so you should hold me accountable.
That was that song, the response to No Name. Oh yeah. And then she tried to help him after that and said, "You know what? Well, I can get you on this book club." And he was like, "Nah, nigga, love the book club." Shout out to Raphael 1819. Great live. Thanks, Skip, DJ, Miles, and Dakotas. Hey man, thank all of y'all for pulling up. We doubling back in like 3 hours. I'm finna take my son to practice. He get out at 6. I should be back, and I'm probably just gonna jump straight into the live. I might even have the same title. I might do part 2. I ain't gonna do a whole bunch of effort. I'm gonna just pull it right back up. But if you can, DJ, pull up. I text you when I'm on the way home, and just to
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in to part 1 of the Cypher stream. I am Skip.
And I'm DJ.
We'll be back in a little bit. Peace.
Yeah. All right.